as you guys come in, and we're gonna figure out what's going on. Um, like I said, at the end of the day, whatever you guys think about, Dak, is he worth it? Is he a good player? All that other good stuff. I don't think it really matters as much right now as you guys are making it seem. The dude, they said that they did offer him 105 million guaranteed, but we're gonna get into that and so much more right now. Let me just go ahead and make sure everything is good with what we're doing right here, and then we're gonna figure it out. All right, so what do we got? Okay, so let's do this. Let me close this out, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started and see what's really going on with this guy, man. All right, Crazy Texan, what's good? Tom Brady, what? What does Tom Brady have to do with anything? I don't even, bro. We didn't even get to Tom Brady yet, and you guys are already raging about Tom Brady. Do you guys just wake up and just want to hate on Tom Brady? Like, yeah, the dude is 67 years old, but what does that have to do with anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's start off with the right stuff. Dak Prescott. Yo, T. Hill, what's good? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start off the right way. You dudes are going wild, and I don't understand what's happening. Yeah, weekend league rewards should be dropping now, as a matter of fact. They moved it back to like 3. All right, so Rich Bud, what's up? Good evening. CJ Manning, what's good? All right, so I just had to drink some water right quick. And now we're going to go ahead and get into this right now. Go Niners. Bro, what? Go Niners? All right, so look. This is a major thing because they extended the franchise tag. If you guys are familiar with what's going on, I think they have until Monday now to kind of figure out what they want to do with the team. So this doesn't really help with Dak Prescott and what he's doing. This is a very, very huge thing right now. So this could be a major, major problem. So we're going to talk about a few things right now. Number one, yo, Ayla Vizzle, what's good, bro? Number one, I don't know what you guys think about Dak Prescott. We've spoken about it several times, even with the Cowboy fans. We have Crazy Texan in here, and he's shown that he's a psychopath. So his name actually resonates with his profile, so it's fine. I just want to know exactly what you guys feel about it. All right, so here he goes right here. So all money, all money in, was that JD? Yo, shout out to you for that sub right there. All right, coming in the building right there. J4, what's good, bro? So pretty much what's going on right now is this, right? You guys believe that he's an average QB. Yo, bro, what's good? What's good? If you guys believe that Dak Prescott is an average QB, do me a favor and type 1 in the chat. Because I have to know what I'm dealing with because it's very, very difficult to try to assess the situation. Bob Cuddy, what's good? Dead Prez, what's good? All right, so this is what's going to happen. Okay, people are going to start okay, wait a minute. What are guys talking about in my chat? Who are these guys talking about? Yo, Trini, what's good? Okay, we're going to have to start banning people. Look, like I said, when we're starting to get focused in here, don't come in here, like in your feelings. You'll get banned instantly to keep the chat moving properly. All right, so look, it's all ones, and I didn't give anything else as far as that goes. So it is what it is. You guys really believe that he's an average quarterback. So do you guys think that what the Dallas Cowboys are doing is fair as far as not signing him? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really, like I said, bro, I can't really say that I think the guy's that good. So I would be lying. Like, I don't know if it makes sense for them to continue to pursue him. I really just don't know. I really, at this point right now, just want him to get his money because he's a young man. Trying to figure out exactly what he's going to do with his career. So I just want him to get paid because you never know what's going to happen. The NFL, dudes walk out and just rip their whole LCL, MCL, and all kinds of LCLs. Like, it's really, really crazy, man. So, only homicide, what's good? Okay, so you don't care about Dak. They need to let him walk? Okay, but look what happens. Yo, shout out to Crazy Texan with the Twitch Prime. If you let him walk, let me explain to you guys what's going to happen because I agree with you that the dude's garbage. Like, I'm not arguing or debating the fact that Dak Prescott, I don't see him winning anything. Like, if you're asking me right now, do I think that Dak Prescott will win the Super Bowl? I'm absolutely telling you no. Yo, Rick Flo, what's good? 10 months, though. Yo, bro, what's Gucci with you? You already know what it is, bro. If you're asking, is Dak Prescott going to win a Super Bowl? I'm going to outright tell you no. Do I think he should be paid, though? Yeah, I think he should be. Because other quarterbacks that are way, way more trash than him are getting ridiculous money. Now, you could argue that and say, yeah, but they paid Todd Gurley and Ezekiel Elliott looked like he just walked out of Krispy Kremes all season. The dude was mad fat and, he couldn't run for 4 yards without having to get out of the game. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? MJ, what's good? So pretty much what goes on with everything that happens, it gets very, very difficult to kind of assess the situation. But at the end of the day, I think the Cowboys have to do what's in their best interest. But if Dak was to walk, it would cost them. It would really, really cost them. And like I said, if you want to give him the franchise tag, it's going to be a situation where it's like, okay, you give him the franchise tag, and it's going to create a lot of animosity because now you're doing the Kirk Cousins move. You're saying you don't believe in him, so just let him go. What? Okay, no one would pay an average QB $33 million. What are you, bro? Are you okay? All right, bro. Okay, listen. See, that's why his name is Crazy Texan, because he's just saying whatever he wants. There's 22 average QBs right now making more than that. Shout out to Jolly Roger with the 16 months. Orman Hunter, I'm telling you right now, this dude Crazy Texan is a savage. He's saying nobody wants to pay an average QB $33 million. Can you look? Start naming the quarterbacks. Shaq, what's good, bro? This is really, really crazy. It is really, really crazy what can possibly happen if they decide to move like this. Feed Braun, thank you. Jared Goff is garbage. Okay? Winston, trash. Okay? It's a lot of people out there. Yeah, Matt Ryan, garbage. That dude sucks. Jimmy G deserves 40. Rich Bud, listen, man. If you don't stop doing drugs before you come into my stream, there's going to be a problem. If you don't stop doing drugs, bruh. Like, hold up. Rich Bud right here, bro. I'm going to tell you right now. Rich Bud, you're doing a lot of drugs, and I'm going to tell you this right now, bro. It's not good for the system. The reason why I say that is because they have bigger needs. Goff also went to the Super Bowl. Bro, Jared Goff is the biggest... Look. Let me just explain something to you guys. It's very, very clear to me that you guys don't understand. Jared Goff going to the Super Bowl had everything to do with a blown call against the Saints than Jared Goff. So what are you talking about? Jared Goff going to the Super Bowl it's like saying Trent Dilfer went to the Super Bowl with the 2000 Ravens. Like, yeah, because they had the best defense, like, you know what I'm saying, in the history probably of the NFL. Like, if you go, well, unless you want to go back to the 85 Bears, but you guys know what I'm saying. Everybody makes an excuse to kind of, make their point be heard a little bit more, but Dak Prescott is he's an average QB. Yes, that's correct. The Rams defense did carry Goff, but not only that was a blown call against the Saints that I don't believe that the Saints ever forgave the NFL for. Still, up until this day, they still talk about it. So when you start to analyze these type of things, what do you guys feel is the best move for the Cowboys? Okay, Mitch Trubisky deserved $40 million with a SpongeBob G-string. All right, but you can say the QB. Okay, Texan. It doesn't matter. Davon Wilson, you suck at Madden. Shout out for the sub. K. Stevenson, you also suck at Madden. Shout out for the sub. No, he's not slightly above. You either like him or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys like to say things like, oh, he's slightly above, he's a little bit more than average. Bro, no, all of that stuff doesn't make sense. Either he's a good QB, you know what I'm saying, that you can win with, or he's not somebody that you want. Yo, shout out to J4 with the resub. You got 18 months. How much do I think that Dak Prescott is going to get? Eyes be spinning the way he go, them brand new Rimmys on the rack. Okay, Migos, thank you, bro. Hey, Zeus, what's good? Okay, Davon Wilson is saying he's good. Pay the Dak attack. Okay, you can't, what people don't understand, you guys saying pay him. I want him to get paid too. I want to see these young men getting money. Look, if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you know that you've probably reached your peak, unless you're Skip Bayless. Unless you're Skip Bayless, you realize that Dak has probably reached his peak. In my opinion, I think he's reached his peak. I don't think Dak Prescott is that good. And honestly, if I had a chance to get Tom Brady for one season and put some players around him, I would probably go that route with a 90-year-old Tom Brady rather than keep Dak. Now, the alternate side to that is this. If Dak leaves and goes off and plays like an unbelievable player and he wins a Super Bowl, you got to be willing to deal with that. but I think it's highly unlikely. 8-8 season? Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so you would not pay Dak. You've been a Cowboy fan. Okay, and I understand. Look, I'm not debating that. But you realize if you let him walk, it may negatively affect the Cowboys for a while unless they get somebody to fill the spot like a Tom Brady. Jimmy already proved he's better than Dak. Rich Bud, whatever drugs you're on, bro, I need you to put it to the side and listen. That dude, Jimmy Garoppolo, that guy sucks, man. He had more than enough time in that Super Bowl to come back and win that game if he was that dude. He had more. Like, I don't want to hear that Jimmy Butt Cheek Garoppolo. That dude, Jimmy Garoppolo, sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, look. And when I say that, I mean it with love. Like, the dude went out there and started throwing the ball. Like, he's not a good quarterback. Maybe he would have been a better quarterback in Bill Belichick's system, but Jimmy Garoppolo is not a good quarterback, and that's just pretty much what it is. I don't know exactly pretty much what we want to go ahead and to speak about. As far as that goes, I don't really understand exactly where it's going with that, but I need you guys to understand. For me, not being a Cowboys fan, I would not pay him. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, Breezy. He's just not going to be a Super Bowl champion. It's something about him. He's a decent enough QB. He has a lot of heart. He could do all that stuff, but unfortunately, he doesn't have everything that it entails to be a champion. That's just I don't know. That's my viewpoint. So I'm going to ask you guys again as you're coming in. Is he a guy that you think would be able to take your franchise to another level? Because all of you guys should also know Dak Prescott is probably going to get paid by another team. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, bro, I'm telling you right now, more than likely, he's going to get paid by another team regardless. So if you're willing to let him walk, why not let him walk right now? You see what I'm saying? Why not letting him walk right now makes it a lot easier. Why are you holding on to him and making it so that it's going to be like a whole story and, Dak this, Dak that? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, he's not a winner. All right, okay, Orman Hunter, why would you say he's not a winner? Because, A. Levinsky is saying Darnold is greater than Dak. See, now, this is a Jet fan that something's wrong with him. Maybe he had too much to drink. Maybe he's, I don't know, bro. Like, maybe half his brain is missing. But Sam Darnold is a man that goes out and gets mono during the NFL season. And he's saying that he's better than Dak. At least Dak has some decency with himself. This dude is out at strip clubs doing unthinkable things, Mr. Sam Darnold, catching, like, I don't know how he contracted mono. He contracted it somehow. Running around being a bum. And this man is saying that, he's better than Dak. But you see, the thing about it is, Dak Prescott, he's a great, like, he has the leader, and he has the leadership qualities and the intangibles. Is just his play. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's 99 overall in the strip club. Look, all I'm telling you is this. When you look at it and you analyze what's going on and you view it, the Jets are a lost franchise. So I can't acknowledge Jet fans like A. Levinsky because he knows that his team sucks. He watches football just to rage about the fact that he knows his team sucks. The Dallas Cowboys can actually do stuff. Remember, Tony Romo wasn't that good either. I argue about this all the time. Tony Romo would throw for 500 yards and then throw a pick to Trevathan, and it's a walk-off pick six. He wasn't a good quarterback because he couldn't get the job done. Tom Brady lost the Super Bowl to the Eagles, and Nick Foles threw for the most yards in Super Bowl history. Is that something that we want to talk about? You know, I'm telling you, that's true. He did come back from mono and beat Dak, so that might make him better than Dak. You might be right. Dak has premier weapons everywhere on the offense. Without those weapons, he would start to diminish in production. You know, the reason that that's not fair is because everybody needs weapons. You know, like, if a quarterback doesn't have a good running back to, set up play action, if you don't got a receiver that you can go to on a critical down, isn't that what everybody needs? That doesn't seem to be fair, the way that you guys are displaying it, because every great team, unless you just have a defense that gives up no points, every great team needs a few pieces around them. So I can't really argue that. Jimmy G or Matt Ryan? I don't want either one of them. Isn't his production numbers inflated? Orman Hunter, that's a great point. When you look at Dak Prescott, he typically starts the game off losing because let's break it down. We're gonna go back to what was that? Pro Football Focus. What was that site we were on? Let me see. Let's go to that one. Okay, Pro Football Focus. Let's use this, and then we're gonna search inside here. We're gonna look at Dak because I think we'll just stay with Pro Football Reference, and I think that this might be a lot better for us to use. All right, what is it? Why is it still searching? All right, cool. All right, let me close this one out right here. All right, because I'm learning how to use this. Let's stop loading this, and then we're gonna close this window, and then we're gonna go over here. All right, so once they give me a chance to write something in here as this thing loads, all right, whatever. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna put in Dak Prescott. Not Drew Brees, not Drew Brees. Dak Prescott, the dude's garbage. See, that's the thing about computers. They think that they're smart, like they know what we're trying to do, and then they start writing the wrong thing, bruh. Oh, Dakota, that dude is garbage. Dak, Dakota, whichever way. Okay, there he is right there. All right. Okay, why did it stop? Okay, there he goes right there. All right. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna take a look at what Dak Prescott is doing. All right, so Dak Prescott over here. Let's take a look at it. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go full zoom. Okay, why did it just do that? Let's do here. All right, let's zoom in on this. All right, so Dak Prescott, dude has a great smile. He has a great smile. All right. Unfortunately for us, that's not gonna really help us out too much. His great smile. Dude's not performing with the wins that are necessary, so nobody really cares about it. All right, so look. Let's take a look at his 2019 numbers. So 8-8, 4,902 yards. I wanted to point this out because what happens is this. Those numbers are very, very inflated, and you're absolutely right. You're 100% right if you look at it and you say to yourself, you know, this dude is throwing for all these yards and it's empty calories, as Shannon Sharp would say. They look at his game logs. Okay, let me look at his game logs. All right. Let's go over here and see what's going on with that. All right. So, where is it? All right, so we have career okay, we'll go 2019. So let's look at his game logs for 2019. And then, all right, this is a whole white screen right here. All right, there we go. All right, so let's take a look at what he was doing. And we're going to go ahead and break it down and see what we could do about this. Because something's going on. All right? Now, okay, here we go. All right. So look, everybody can see these, right? Now, let's go through Dak Prescott. Let's see why we shouldn't pay him. All right? Some of you guys are saying pay him so that he continue to be trash. Yeah, no. They were playing prevent defense because in most of the games they were losing and the team was up by so much they didn't really play like real defense. They just wanted to prevent, one play touchdowns. So they did play prevent. That's where a lot of his yards came from. But let's take a look at the teams that he beat. Let's just go ahead and take a look, right? The New York Giants. I don't know how many New York Giant fans we got in here right now. All right? How many New York Giant fans? Let me go ahead and get this drink right quick. How many New York Giant fans do we have right now in the building? Because I want to tell you right now, the New York Giants suck. So, I don't think Izzy is here. We know that, okay, just lost to a guy called... All right, listen, Colts, you're a terrible Madden player, so you're going to lose a lot more. Okay, so we do have a Giant fan. All right, can we all agree that the Giants suck or no? Oh, snap, I got these Doritos over here, bruh. Hold on. Bro, flaming hot. Bro, you guys got the flaming hot Doritos or no? Okay. They suck? No, those are flaming hot. My wife got them, bruh. I don't know if they're good. I don't really eat chips like that, but because we're going to be doing like the live podcast, I got to have something going on down here, bruh. Yo, Izzy, you trying to okay, there he goes. Izzy's trying to resubscribe, but Izzy, your Giants suck. We have a lot of people. Okay, the whole division is trash. The New York Giants is a high school team. Okay, that's disrespectful. Hollywood Jr., what's good? Okay, flaming hot is an L, but what's good though? All right, so look. Nacho cheese is the GOAT. Well, nacho cheese is all right. Like I said, I don't really eat chips like that. It's another thing. It's like empty calories just to pass the time. But now I see why podcasters like they snack on certain things, because like when you're just talking about certain things and you're not really doing anything else, you definitely got to do something to like keep everything going. So for today, it says on there Doritos Flamin' Hot Limon. So I guess it got like a little bit of lemon taste to it. I don't know. But it is what it is. Maji, we're gonna talk about the Eagles because they suck. But it's lemon, like it's spelled Limon, like limon or lemon, however it is. Can we all agree that the New York Giants suck or no? Bro, let me know. Green bag? Yes, the green bag. It's a green bag. It's a lemon. Yep. Yo, shout out to Colts with the gifted. He gifted a tier 1 sub to Oklahoma Drill. Shout out to Colts. Okay, Tua is low key better than Burrow. That's a joke. Hey, Braun, this guy feed Braun, man. Like, dudes just start saying whatever they want at any time, man. It's no way possible that you're gonna tell me that Tua. Like, you see, you guys trying to get me off on a tangent. Let's finish this up. I'm gonna give you my opinion about it. I think the New York Giants are a terrible football team. So he went out there. He had a QB rating of 158.3, which is perfect, right? So you played a trash team to open the season, and you had 158.3. Now we go to Washington, another terrible team. 3 TDs, 1 interception, 123 rating. Rushing, he had 5 attempts. You see, this was kind of good too. 69 yards rushing. You play Miami. That team sucked. Everybody was beating on them. How many of you guys remember what the Ravens did to them? Remember when the Ravens did them so dirty and everybody thought Lamar Jackson was like, Joe Montana? Bro, Joe Montana, a.k.a. Joe Montana. It was a joke. Now, look at what happens here. Okay? Bro, what is that? Is that New Orleans? Is this New Orleans right here? NOR? Because it wasn't that their first loss? Didn't Teddy Bridgewater beat them or something? That has to be New Orleans, right? Because usually they just have NO. Why did they have the R there? Why did they have 3? Why do they have 3 letters, bro? Is that New Orleans? Bro, that's New Orleans? Okay, you guys say it like New Orleans? All right. So, he lost to Teddy Bridgewater. How many of you guys in the chat right now think that Teddy Bridgewater is a good quarterback? And then after you tell me you think he's a good quarterback, take your hand that's next to you, closest to your face, and slap it. Okay? Because Teddy Bridgewater sucks. Now, can he win games as a Philly? Look, I had this argument with a crazy, what was it? What kind of, I forgot what fan he was. I think he was a Minnesota Vikings fan, and he was mad that they got rid of Teddy Bridgewater. Did Teddy Bridgewater play for the Vikings? Like, it was some kind of weird argument. Okay? Teddy, he's a legend. He's average. He's starter material, no cap. Okay, man. Yo, bro, listen. Okay. All right. He's going to take the Saints. That what? Oklahoma Drill. How does Oklahoma Drill have a lion? Oklahoma Drill, like, what is going on? Bro, Oklahoma Drill has a lion next to his name. How's that even happening? Bro, what's good? Okay, so look. All right. Bridgewater better than Dak at this point? Okay, so how many of you guys in the chat right now would take you would take Teddy Bridgewater over Dak Prescott? Hold on, better than Dak? He not that bad. Okay, all right. So we probably saw 2 different games, or I don't understand what's going on. But let's just say this, right? Teddy Bridgewater is not that good. Dak should have been able to pull this game out. I think that we can agree with that he should have been able to pull this game out. But instead, what happened was he had a 73.2 rating. Okay, so he went from 158.3 down to 73.2, and he was playing against a quarterback that I don't think is a decent QB. Okay, well, Maji, the Eagles suck, so I wouldn't go too hard about, Dak Prescott. We'll get to Carson Wentz soon. All right, now, what is this? What is GMB? Is this Green Bay? This is just weird the way that they're writing this. So here goes another L that they took in their file, and then we're going to take a look at what this guy was doing. He had over here, but look, he had 0 touchdowns. I want to just touch on this. 0 touchdowns, 1 interception against the Saints. Saints defense sucks, low-key. Lattimore was like low-key getting destroyed from the back, so I don't really know what's going on with that situation. Green Bay, he had 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions with an 83.8 rating. What is his rushing? He had 4 attempts of 27 yards. All right. Green Bay's defense was actually pretty good to start the game. They was down 31-0 to the Pack. They were? Really? I don't remember that. Is that true? It could be. It could be because the dude's garbage and he threw for 463 that game. But for real, I don't remember. I just remember getting dominated. But that's why he got his yards up like that in the game to throw for 463. Okay, he was getting sacked. Ladder Daddy is mighty goatish. Okay, so, but look, can we all agree that the Packers had a really good defense throughout the year? I think that that's what kept them in most games because, to be honest, Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing like the old school Aaron Rodgers in most games. He had that lucky game where he just threw the ball with his eyes closed to the back of the end zone on the right side, and everybody thought it was intended for the other guy, but it really wasn't, and I think he admitted it. But we can all agree that the Green Bay Packers defense was a lot better than the previous year. I think we could do that, to just like make sure we're on the same page. But at the same time, if he was really down 31-zip to the Pack, and then he gets to 24 points, and he throws to 463, these are the type of yards that shouldn't count. Like, these are garbage numbers, but if you have him on a fantasy team, you love what he's doing. He's like a perfect fantasy football quarterback. He's going to throw for a lot of yards, but he's garbage, though. You know what I'm saying? We go to the Jets. How the hell did you lose? What? He lost to the... Okay, where are the Jet fans in the chat? Jet fans, was Sam Darnold? Was Sam Darnold in that game? Was he back from mono? I don't think he... Was he? He might have been back from mono, right? I don't know. I don't know what happened in this game. Was Sam Darnold back from his mono incident? Okay. Colts. Hold up. So, wait a minute. Colts. Your name is Colts. How are you a Jet fan? All right. So, okay. So, look. Okay. So, Sam was done. All right. So, Sam Darnold was back. All right. Cool. So, what you're telling me is this. I can't even argue with the Jet fans. I can't argue with them, bro. How am I supposed to argue with the Jet fans and Sam Darnold came out and dominated them? He had 0 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. You can't pay this guy. Look, bro, and then you know what's weird? He turned down $105 million guaranteed, and he's garbage. Like, bro, if you offer... Look, everybody has their own limitations. That needs to walk and start fresh this year. A lot of QBs. All right, Crazy Texan. You are truly crazy, but I don't know. I think that what they're trying to do is get value. The problem is I don't think anybody is willing to take a chance like that on Dak because, like, we're looking at his numbers right now, and the guy sucks. Like, we're realistically going through a season, and I think what we're realizing is this is why Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones are so hesitant. The dude had 0 TDs, 0 ints, bro. INTs, bro, ints. Against the Jets. You and I, all of you guys in the comment section, in the chat right now, we could go together, put together a team, and beat the Jets. But he lost. Okay? So, with the way that is, yeah, they do need to get rid of Adams. I agree. Hey, K. Stevenson, look, Jamal Adams needs to get off this team. This team sucks. But look, this game alone, if I'm Jerry Jones or Stephen Jones, I don't pay. Because you can't lose this game. You can't lose to the Jets. Everybody beats the Jets. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a normal thing. It's like, you walk into a deli and you order a sandwich and you're like, yo, can I have an apple pie with that? But that's actually Mickey D's. But anyway, don't worry about it. It's like whatever usual thing that you do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your regular routine is, whether you go to get, iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts in the morning, that's how it should be when you run into the Jets. The Jets are a regular routine L. You're supposed to be able to beat them down the way that they deserve it and keep it moving. That's what's supposed to happen. This didn't happen in this case. Not only that, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Let's go to Philly. Because we have Maji here. And let me just say something about Maji. I'm going to say something about Maji right here. Maji and A. Levinsky, one of them is an Eagle fan. The other is a Jet fan. Both of them suck at Madden. So it kind of works out. You know what I'm saying? Because they're both terrible Madden players. So it makes sense the way that they feel. Now look. The Eagles suck. So you can't really... When you analyze this game right here with the win... And another thing. Carson Wentz... I'm not really sold on Carson. The Raiders lost to the Jets. Yeah, they did. Okay, but we're not worried about the Raiders right now. We're talking about, Dallas and why they should not sign Dak Prescott. So look, they beat the Eagles, but I think we can all agree, okay, that Najee sucks in Madden and his Eagle team sucks in the NFL. So this is not a big deal to me. Because you're supposed to be the Eagles. I don't know what it was about them. I can't even say that I trust Carson Wentz. I don't know how I feel about that. I really can't say that I trust him. To be completely honest, I don't like a lot of the things that he does, as far as fundamentals, with the way that he goes. So I really just can't say I don't like it. I don't like a lot of the things that he's doing. So this is what I'm going to tell you right now. They were supposed to beat the Eagles because the Eagles are not a good team right now. And I mean that sincerely because the MVP season that Carson Wentz was having before he tore his ACL, his LCL, or his MCL, whatever kind of L that he tore, he has never been the same since he's been back. And that's 100% true. And I don't know if he's ever going to recover completely and get confidence in that knee and be able to do what he has to do, but he's been very, very hesitant to do a lot of things. And I watched him very, very thoroughly. There's something going on there. And I think it's all mental. But at the end of the day, the Eagles suck. The Giants, you're supposed to do this. You know what I'm saying? Who's hurt? Ben Simmons finna take him to the finals? Bro, okay, Oklahoma drill. I don't know if you've been on, whatever you've been on, but the 76ers are not really doing anything right now. And they low-key suck. Now, the New York Giants. We don't know where is. Okay, he said Wentz is greater than Mahomes. All right. Yeah, he is a weird person. That's what his name is. So, like, for that kind of guy, we'll just ignore his comments because when you have a username like that, you're obviously looking for attention and you're going to say ridiculous things. Everybody, we're just going to go ahead and ignore that guy. But anyway, listen. The New York Giants, they remind me of like A. Levinsky and Madden. They suck. So that's supposed to happen. We're not worried about that. That's stupid. Now, look, here we go right here. Wasn't Minnesota winning this game? I think Minnesota was winning this game kind of heavily because he threw for 397, but it wasn't like it meant anything. And this is a game he didn't have any rushing yards or anything. I don't remember what it was. I have bro, somebody got banned. All right, cool. Listen, as we go forward with everything that's happening with this, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe Minnesota was winning this, right? Okay, what happened? Pacers are going all the way? All the way where? Home? To go sit on the couch with you and watch the game? What are you talking about? The Indiana Pacers suck. Wentz had no one to throw the ball to last year, and I don't want to hear Goddard and Ertz. I give you that. He lost to Deshaun Jackson. He lost the other bum that he had. Listen, okay, all right, I can see that. He had nobody to throw to. But you know what's funny about that? That's the same excuse they're saying about Tom Brady. But in the year before that, Edelman was doing this. Everybody was doing this. It was all about that. And it was all about Tom Brady. Now they say he had nobody to throw the ball to. Look, I don't know which way you guys want to go with that. All I can truly tell you is Carson Wentz sucks. And if he needs weapons, they got to get him. They got to get him some weapons. And they were up by 10. Dak got to win home versus Minnesota. All right, look, man. The Minnesota Vikings, their defense is actually... Shout out to Kentrell Brothers. He's a friend of the stream, obviously. The Minnesota Vikings defense, they've been kind of lackluster since that playoff run that they had where they got dominated in the playoffs. But you're right. Dak should win this game at home. I don't know exactly... Because I don't remember exactly what went on in this game, but I know they were down and he was doing another comeback. See, that's what he does, bro. He's the comeback king, but he just doesn't win. And it's like stupid. And these are the kind of things that you just can't have going on. Now, at Detroit, he threw for 444. But didn't... Matthew Stafford wasn't playing this game, right? Wasn't this the other guy? Yeah, the Vikings D is always doing that. But wait a minute. Matthew Stafford was out, right? I just want to verify that. I don't think he played this game. So Dak again lost to a second-string quarterback, I believe. You hope they sign Coop and draft Ruggs or Jefferson? It was an idiot backup? All right, okay. That's what I wanted to... I remember that Dak just likes to lose to backup quarterbacks, preferably third-string guys. So he won this game, but I think they were down and then they came back. That's how he got to 444. I don't think he dominated the entire game. I think they were down and then they came back. I remember it being like that. I don't remember him dominating a game from from the beginning to the end. Then didn't they have like a bye week? I think they had like a bye week, right? What was this? When was that? No. Okay, no, it wasn't them. It was like Cleveland had the Patriots after a bye week. All right, so this is New England, right? And this is Tom Brady. He lost 4 of 6. Okay. Yep, fracture. What? Dak played good that game? Which game you talking about? You talking about New England? Which game are you talking about? Bro, let me know what game Dak played good at, because I'm looking at 64.2%. Bro, a 64.2. Let me know. Okay, Twitch wasn't letting you log in for some reason, but now you're back. All right, bro, listen. It's good that you weren't here for that time period, because we were telling you guys that the Giants sucked the whole time. The Lions game? But he was playing against the backup. So it doesn't really matter. So I'm not really worried about all that. If you're playing against the backup, you're supposed to play well. Yo, Jay Fry, what's good, bro? Okay, New England was clamping on him? Okay, so Izzy, you're saying I'm sleeping on the Giants. Do you need to look at these scores or no? Are you looking at the scores, Izzy, or no? Like, bruh, 35-17. The Cowboys suck, and Dak Prescott is their quarterback. 37-18. The Cowboys suck, and Dak Prescott is their quarterback. But you want to come in here after resubbing and argue about it. Like, you literally want to argue with me about it, and you know the Giants suck, but you don't want to tell me as a man. Yanko, Shalom, Lahaim. I gotta know what's going on here. Listen, y'all not getting Clowney. What are we even talking about, Clowney? I know the Giants suck. You guys are writing it in the comments like I don't know. I know they suck, but they're slightly better than the Jets. So let's just be fair. The Jets are like garbage that's in a dumpster for like 3 years, and then you light a fire in it. That smell, and I'll probably say like the Giants are like, like if you take a dump and you throw the toilet just sits there with the dump in it for a little bit, but the water's there, so you don't really get the smell out too much. Like, I could say the Giants are like that. They're slightly better than the Jets. But both of them suck, though. No, the Giants are. No, seriously. Seriously, bro. No. Okay, A. Levinsky, the Giants are better than the Jets. How can you argue that? How you... Bro... Who's the better quarterback, Sam Darnold or Danny Dimes? Chat, let me know. Let me know. Can somebody please let me know that? No, both are not equally due to water. If you had to choose which one was better, who is better? The Giants or the Jets? Which one? That's all I want to know. Okay, Sam Darnold is better than Danny Dimes? A. Levinsky, are you serious right now? You Jet fan that sucks at Madden. Are you serious right now? Josh Rosen, that guy sucks. Listen to me. Why are you guys writing random names in the players that okay, let me just deal with this guy. Let me deal with this Jet fan, A. Levinsky. That Jet team is truly garbage. Okay, that Jet team is really, really bad, and I believe that the Giants are the better team because I think that Danny Dimes is the better quarterback. That's just my opinion. I think Daniel Jones is the better quarterback. Sam Darnold is a guy that goes into strip clubs, and the girls have a shirt on that says, "I got mono, come kiss me," and he goes and kisses them and gets mono. Like, he's an idiot. I can't put my trust in a team like that. You see what I'm saying? The same thing with Jimmy Garoppolo. He's being seen out in LA with porn stars and things of that nature. I can't really have a guy that's supposed to be my leader doing that. Now, you can do whatever you want. You know, like if you guys want to do that, like if any of you guys in here want to hang out and do whatever you want, that's fine. But what I'm saying is I can't put my trust in that. Like if I'm a leader of a team, I can't be seen doing what Jimmy Garoppolo was doing. I lost respect for him, and I don't think I'll ever gain it back. You know, you see like how what happened with Drake. He got like a porn star pregnant or whatever, and then it came out, and then this idiot other guy wrote about it in the song, and it's like Drake kind of gets an L, but Drake is so talented that it's like we really don't care about it, and it's like, all right, it's a joke, whatever. But at the end of the day, Drake still did that. So you got to look at it like, yo, this dude out here doing whatever he wants. Like, low key, like, hold on, bro. Like, you out there doing that, but you talking all this other stuff about everybody else. But he's so talented that he told us that he didn't care on the album, and we loved it. You see what I'm saying? But we can't counteract that in football. You see what I'm saying? Like, Jimmy G, he didn't win nothing, so we know he still sucks. If Jimmy G wins the Super Bowl, we could be like, all right, you know, let's give this dude a pass because he's winning. Drake is arguably like Drake. He's still doing numbers. This dude Garoppolo is garbage, so you can't get away with that. Like, you know, like how the better you play, the easier it is for other people to forget about what you're doing. It is what it is. Like, but you can't. I can't. We can't do that. Jimmy G is garbage, man, and he had a lot of chances in the game to like let me not be able to say that, and he continuously tried to throw the ball to the other team. He is a terrible quarterback. No, you do, Jimmy. Nah, bro. Okay, you said you live in cowboy territory. You're not a fan, and friends of mine who are fans don't believe Dak is worth the money, and he's rumored to be asking for. The Cowboy. Okay, listen, Rich Hola. The Cowboys don't have any options because if you don't sign Dak and somebody else signs him, and he's gonna get his money no matter what. The problem is he going to play better? It's sort of like you dump your ex-girl and then she hits the lotto and you like, God, you're like, yo, what? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the fear. The Cowboys know that Dak is not that good. Dak is an average quarterback. And like I said, you could believe that you're better than what you are and you're supposed to. But we've seen the footage. We've seen what he is. So it's very, very tough to make that decision. But if they don't really have an option. Unless Tom Brady decides to come there are no options for the Cowboys. Because if you get rid of Dak or you don't pay him or you franchise him, all of those are the bad decisions because you franchise him, you create bad blood, the dude hates you because like you don't believe in me and then whatever. But again, the franchise tag could make him play better. And then with the new CBA, that's, you know, collective bargaining agreement that's being voted on or whatever throughout the weekend or whatever, they're only going to have one tag. So they won't be able to re-tag him and then it'll be his decision if he wants to stay. But he's a guy that can keep your team steady. If you give him a good running back and a good wide receiver, whatever, and a good defense, he can Trent Dilfer you to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can literally... Okay, if you draft the QB, Ramsey, if you draft the QB, you're not going to get a QB that's a higher tier based on the draft pick that they have. Because most of the... First of all, you guys are talking about Tua. Tua is a 3'4" idiot that didn't he get pulled out of a championship game with Alabama? It don't really matter. Listen, he's not better than Joe Burrow. Let's just make that very, very clear. He's not better than Joe Burrow. Danny Dimes is better than that. That's a fact. I agree with that. When do we get to the Brady discussion? We will be getting to the Brady discussion very, very soon. We're going to get to that because I just want to break down. Once we get through this right here, we're going to go ahead and get to the Brady discussion and figure out the best place for him to go. But I don't know if Robert Kraft is going to let him hit the open market. So this might just be all foolishness. Because I think that Belichick wants him gone. But that's another thing, like with your ex. You let her go, and then it's like she starts dating The Rock. And you're like, what the? I can't compete with that. Like, you see what I'm saying, bro? Like, if Tom Brady leaves and goes to any other team and wins a Super Bowl, similar to what happened with Peyton Manning with the Broncos, it's like getting an egg on your face, dude. It's crazy. You rather go with Hurt than Tua? Oh, man, I don't know, man. Hurt, yeah, I guess, but Hurt has shown that he's kind of garbage, too. Like, I don't, look, man, it's only a few QBs that I'm kind of looking at, like Love and Burrow. I've been looking more and more into them. Now that we have a chance to kind of, like, recollect what's going on. And to be honest with you, I just like Burrow. I just don't like the fact that he's going to the Bengals because I think the Bengals suck. Obviously they do, but what I'm saying is I just don't like the Bengals. That's my issue. And if it was a chance, like put it like this, if the Cowboys could give up all their draft picks and Jerry Jones's underwear to get Joe Burrow, I would take him. Would you take Burrow? Nah, Hurts is not slept on, bro. The dude's garbage. Justin Herbert graded it to a Colts. Whatever drugs you're on, whatever. He's a low-key slant peddler. Okay, look. So you're saying the man only throws slants. My man only throws slants, right? Is that what you're saying? Look, I don't really look. You guys got to understand. I would take if I'm a Cowboy owner, I would start putting up everything to take Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow is better right now than Dak Prescott is in the NFL. If you watch that game and you watch his progressions in the final 2 games before the championship and the game prior to the championship, look at the way that young man played. Listen, but look, crazy. It doesn't matter what the King's ransom is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't matter. If you want to win right now, you do what you think is possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can make it happen, I'm telling you, because if you try to play around with these recycled quarterbacks, it's not going to work out for you. It's just not going to end well. You're not going to be able to do the things that you want to do. So that's going to negatively affect everything. I think, bro, I watched him like throughout the year, and then I watched him in the championship game and the game prior to that. And I'm telling you, Joe Burrow is going to be the real deal. It's going to be hard because the Bengals are not a good team. So everybody's going to look at it like, you know, what's going on, whatever, because he's going to have Ross and a couple other idiots. But like Ross is 2'3". You got another guy that's an idiot. Like, what is AJ Green doing? It's so many things going on. It's very, very difficult to say what can possibly happen. And you said different competition. All right. If you guys think that Joe Burrow is not going to be successful, either you don't understand how football works or you're just a hater. It's no other way, because you can look at a college QB and see what they're going to be. You can visibly see, like, all right, yo, this dude right here, he might be able to do something. And you can look at another QB and not really know where it's going. Everything that I saw from Joe Burrow, regardless of the kind of scheme, the pressure that was being used, he's already geared for the NFL. I'm telling you. And I don't say this about a lot of QBs coming out of college. AJ Green is staying. I don't know if Burrow's going to be better than Mahomes. That's saying a lot. But if you look at his posture and the way that he moves and the way that he looks off defenders, his progression, first, second, third, fourth read in a matter of 5 to 6 seconds, that's not normal behavior. You see guys that are very, very they're panicky in the pocket. He doesn't do that. You guys got to really go back and watch the games. Before you start saying wild stuff, you got to go watch the games and see how he figures out where he's going and how he's doing it and everything like that. You guys got to go look at it and see what's going on before you're saying this stuff. Because the kid he's going to be a very, very good quarterback in this league. I'm just letting you know that. All right, now Cincinnati's O-line, I don't know how good they are. Obviously, the team sucked this year, so we can't really say if they were really good or not. But regardless of that situation, I think that if they're smart, they'll draft Joe Burrow, number one, and then what they'll do is they'll try to reconstruct a decent O-line to give him a little bit more, of protection. Remember, Joe Mixon is a really good running back as well. Joe Mixon is not bad. The team sucks, but Joe Mixon he's a good running back. So you have a threat there. You get Joe Burrow, and then now you start to click a little bit. See, you guys are not using your brains. You're just running off at the mouth because you like Tua. Tua is 2'3" tall. He's 2'3" tall. So because of that, you have to understand this is something that really, really is something that you got to estimate and understand before you start, going over certain things. You got to be able to understand exactly how it's working out. You can't just think that this is what it is, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? You can't just think, oh, yeah, this guy is good because he played with Alabama and Alabama's defense was so good and he didn't play in the fourth quarter. Tua was good, whatever like that. He was decent, but he also got benched for Hurts at one point, and Hurts is garbage. So, and then Hurts also said that he would be willing to play any position. You guys remember that also? How many of you guys saw what he said at the Combine? He said he would be willing to play any position. So a lot of those things you have to understand. That's a very, very huge factor. You can't just figure it out and just say, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that. You have to understand that there are a lot of things that go into what makes these players, valuable in the draft. It's not as easy as a lot of you guys think that it is. So those are some things that you got to pretty much take a look at. What are you doing? Why are you looking at the mail like that? What's in there?
Because this came from me. You see how it's open?
Oh, what is that?
It's my small loan for $1 million.
Okay, whatever. But is there anything else that's in there? Okay, you got to go check with this guy and see what's happening.
Who?
No, the mailman. See what is he doing? I don't know what this is. Oh, these are stamps. No, this is stamps.
I'm trying to say this.
Okay, what do you got? Okay, what do you? Oh, this is the Okay, all right. Listen, guys. I don't. Okay, look. Yo, shout out to. Let me just figure out what she's doing right here. Burrow is better than Trevor. So this is just a thing, but this has been getting paid on the 1st from now on. So yeah, this was due on the 1st. All right, cool. Yeah, bro. All right, hold up. BC. All right. Yeah, all right. Guys, I'm gonna check this out right now. What did he show the last one? Hold on.
You can print your own stamps.
Yeah, but you just can't use it when you're sending stuff to the government. It has to be, if you send something from the government, you can't print your own stamps of things that you send to the government. But you can do it for everybody else because the post-dated stamp you can create any time and make it false. So it has to be from an actual post office. Only the government doesn't accept it, but you can do whatever you want. All right, so getting back to this. All right, and then you have to call that lady and make sure she's going to be there because it has to be back today.
Okay.
So call her and make sure and everything's on the bed. And then I gave you the check earlier. I just realized that. Deposit it and take the money out and use it to go and get the stuff you have to get. All right, so anyway, call that lady.
That's crazy because she had the cash and I was like, no, just put it in the thing.
Who had the cash?
The teller. When I went this morning.
Oh, are you told to put it in the account?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, because I didn't know you. I didn't know that you needed something to go ahead and do that with. So it is what it is. All right, so yeah, just because I don't know what time she closes. What is it, 5? You need to go there immediately.
I gotta pee.
Please go because I'm not trying to pay no fees with this foolishness. All right.
The way you was flirting with her, she was trying to.
So pretty much with the way that everything. Okay, so hold up. Like I was saying before, with Joe Burrow, you guys probably don't see how good he's actually going to be, but I saw it, so I'm going to leave it like that. If the Dallas Cowboys were able to go ahead and grab him, I would grab him. I would take Joe Burrow and just pay the King's ransom. I would do that with no issue at all. All right, now let's finish up with Dak Prescott because I know you guys are very interested about what we're going to be doing with Tom Brady. We'll get to that in a second. Buffalo. Now, is Josh Allen a good QB? Let's talk about that. Number one, Dak Prescott, he had 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 91 QB rating, right? He had 355. I think this was a game where he was down and he got a lot of these yards in garbage time as usual. You see why it's very, very difficult for the Cowboys to pay this guy? Has anybody seen a recurring theme here yet? When you're looking at the heavy numbers and you're starting to see that it's the same exact thing. He's getting these yards, but at the same time, how is he accumulating them? Why would you want to pay this guy? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to play this guy? Exactly. The Bills were feasting on him. Why would you want to pay a guy that is doing stuff like this and getting all of his yards in garbage time? That doesn't make any sense. And this one trying to... I don't care either way because I want the young man to get his money. What I'm saying is the fans are not going to appreciate it because of the fact that they see the way this man is getting his yards. It's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good look. Zeke was worth the money. All right, Colts. All right, man. Okay. Yo, this guy Colts is trolling in the chat. All right, cool. Listen. All right, listen. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Zeke Elliott came out looking like what was it? The fat dude from Austin Powers 2. I don't know what he was doing, but he couldn't breathe after he ran for 1 yard. That could have been a lot of the reason for why the Dallas Cowboys struggled because when Zeke plays well, so does, Dak. And that was a huge thing because you paid him all that money, you're expecting a return, and it's like I thought he was trash. I'm being honest, man, because I expect so much more. How I don't know how long you guys have been watching football, but how when Adrian Peterson was in his prime with the Vikings, and you knew that every game he was going to break a run for 100 yards, and he was a consistent, just dominant running back. Was it Jamal? What Jamal was it for the Ravens that year too? Jamal what? He's in Madden now too. The running back for the Ravens when he just kept running for a certain amount of yards. Gurley the year before he got his money. Yeah, Jamal Lewis. You see like how those guys were consistently. LaDainian Tomlinson with the Chargers. What other good running backs that's recent with us? Emmitt Smith was decent, but he had the best O-line ever in the history of the world. I'm trying to go more modern. I don't want to go back to like Eric Dickerson and those other guys, go way back to Barry Sanders, but you knew what you're going to get. Jamal Charles also with, Joe Dog. I wasn't talking about Jamal Charles, but yeah, for the Chiefs, Priest Holmes for the Chiefs. You see, look at all the names that you guys are putting out right now. I didn't even bring up Priest Holmes. That dude was a monster for a very, very limited amount of time, but you got certain things out of him. Zeke Elliott, for some reason, just hasn't been the guy, man. Last year, he sucked. Yeah, Chris Johnson was pretty good as well. LaShawn McCoy with the Eagles. Kareem Hunt before he had an incident at the hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like, low-key, the Chiefs are supposed to have 2 rings right now. If Kareem Hunt doesn't do that foolishness and get kicked out of the NFL for that little bit of time, the Chiefs probably beat the Patriots and go on and win the Super Bowl and have 2 rings by now. So there are a lot of Frank Gore, obviously. Michael Turner was a little butterball. He wasn't like, it was a dual system with the Falcons at that time. Dude was a butterball greased up, dog, like running around, like looking like an idiot. Like I can't. Saquon Barkley is more recent, and Saquon. Hey Andrew, what's good, brother? Ciao, mi amigo. I don't know exactly what's going on with Zeke. Reggie Bush was also good. Reggie Bush, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially when they won the Super Bowl, he was really, really good. But was he a consistent in between the tackle runner? Maybe outside. He was a more of a receiver. In my opinion, he was an all-purpose back. He was more of like an Alvin Kamara. But whatever. We don't. I'm just letting you guys understand that it was a reason behind all of this. These guys were able to accomplish certain things and do certain things on a consistent basis. Ezekiel Elliott came in. He looked fit, but he wasn't in football shape. And a lot of the games that were critical times for the Cowboys, he waved himself out of the game. So for me, he was not worth the money, but I'm happy that he got paid. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't ever want to count anybody's pockets, but as far as winning, he didn't do enough for it. And you guys got to accept that. Jerome Bettis was a monster. He fumbled in the Super Bowl. They still won, but dude was mad fat, the bus, but he was running around doing whatever he wanted. I've never seen a fat man move like that, man. That dude had some really, really, like, quiet feet, bro. Like, hey, he was ready to go. Look, I'm not even gonna lie to you. That boy was hey man, that was craziness. You know what I'm saying, bro? It was really, really wild, man. It was really, really wild. But I'm gonna tell you so much. I cannot believe some of the things that we were able to accomplish with the way that it works out. I'm gonna definitely, get back to how we, they have to get back to how we used to win football games with a decent running back, that he doesn't have to be too overpowered, and having a quarterback that can throw the ball. They got to get back to that kind of thing, because I'm telling you right now, Dak Prescott is not going to win you guys games. I don't care what you guys are talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really just don't care what you guys are talking about. Dak Prescott is at best an average QB. And that's pretty much what it is. Tiki Barber fumbled way too much. I think, what was the coach that came there and let him change the way he carried the ball? I forgot who that was. Tiki Barber was decent for the Giants. And yeah, he was averaging a lot of yards, but he's averaging a lot of fumbles too. Same thing that happened with Adrian Peterson. But it is what it is. Now, we go to Chicago, right? He takes a fat L from Trubisky. But in that fat L, he throws for 334. We all know that the Bears were all over this idiot, and there was nothing he could do about it. And they weren't really playing D, but it didn't matter, though. Like, the dude was still garbage. He was just still doing, like, look, man, it's just horrific reads. 27 of 49. Like, whatever, man. What is it? See, let me just, okay, 83 with the rate. All right, 55. Dude's garbage. All right, cool. All right, we're not going to get into that. The Rams. They beat the hell out of the Rams, but the Rams were really not a good team this year. You know what I'm saying? The Rams were not a good team. It is what it is. Like, that's just what the situation is. And as far as we go, with everything that goes on, Dak Prescott is the GOAT. Like, listen, man, I don't know. what you guys are on, but you need to get off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys, Dak Prescott is a trash can player. The Rams sucked, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I don't again. I want him to get all the money that he deserves. But when you're telling me that he's strong arming the Cowboys like he's a good quarterback, he's just not that. And I don't care. We're looking at it right now, bruh. The dude lost to Philly 9-17, bruh. He had 0 TDs, bro. You know how many touchdowns he had? The same amount that we had. Like, you and I watching the game from home. That's how many, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had the same amount. Like, what are you doing out there, dude? You suck. And then we go down to Washington and then you win with a crazy blowout. Everybody know Washington sucks. So what are you really doing? Bro, trash can is too far. What? What do you mean trash can is too far? What are you talking about? What's this guy talking about? Jason Garrett lost them. Okay. All right. You know what's interesting about that? You guys are going to blame Jason Garrett for anything. Meanwhile, the players are they make a lot of money. And they're supposed to go out there and make these plays happen. The coach doesn't go out there and make plays. The coach does not do that. Okay? So, in regards to all of that stuff, you guys have to understand, was Jason Garrett a really, really good coach? No. Okay, listen, RJ the Tryhard, you are a terrible Madden player, 2K player, and Animal Crossing player on the Switch. You need to get up out of this, bro. You need to get out of this stream and go get your game up because you suck. But getting back to what, I was just talking about before I was rudely interrupted. You can't blame Jason Garrett for the players playing so poorly. Look, if I'm an NFL player, right, and I'm a grown man, and I know that I'm being paid to perform on the field, and I got a family, I got kids, I got a wife, and I got pride, I'm not going to play like these players and then, make an excuse that my coach sucks. Was Jason Garrett the best coach? No. But you're still supposed to go out there and play. DeMarcus Lawrence got over $100 million. That guy sucks. But guess what? He was able to take care of his family, all that stuff like that. That, to me, he's not a teammate. Like, if you get signed and it's all about you, you're not a true teammate. You get all that money, and then you don't get 1 sack, or you get like 2 sacks, and you just suck. And, bro, I don't want, I know we have down years, and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You got to appreciate players like LeBron James and these players that play through all these years and they're still consistently good because they care about the game. They care about what people think. May Kobe rest in peace. His last game, the dude had no ankle. He just came off of Achilles. He had all this stuff. The dude dropped, 60? Look, that's pride. And that's wanting to be the best. These athletes nowadays, they don't care, bro. They get their money and they're like, yo, let me go do this. Let me go. Like, it's a joke. That's why I really don't. You got to really respect the Patriots. Yes, they cheat and they record everything you do. When you go to their stadium, they record you in the bathroom, taking a dump. They do all that recording. They got Spygate, all kinds of gates. But the players understand. You got to be really, really, really good to get paid. You got to be really, really good to get paid. And Tom Brady doesn't make as much as all these other bum quarterbacks and all that stuff. And I'm going to tell you this right now. With everything else that's going on, it's so ridiculous. You know what I'm saying, bro? It is so ridiculous with all the things that people are doing, and I just don't understand. I don't understand why you guys don't get it. You guys have to understand this, bro. It's certain players that have pride, and they want to win. Like, look at even Michael Jordan. I know we didn't have social media, but name one game, like even with the flu game when the dude had 102, which I wouldn't even be playing next to the dude if he got a flu. He contagious, but they let him play back then because nobody really cared. It was all about having heart. Dudes went out there. What was the dude that they cut his finger off in the football game and he just went back out there and played without stitches? Who was that dude? I remember that too. Who was that? Was that Ronnie Lott? That they ripped his finger off. It was broken. They just tore it off. He went back out there. Yes, the men were stupid back then. But that's when I really enjoyed football. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when it was a lot. I really enjoyed it. And it was like, yo, that's crazy. Like, not to say that I'm going to do nothing like that. I'm going to the hospital. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, listen, bro. Like, I want to keep the rest of my appendages. Like, I'm good. Like, all right, my finger's broke. You ain't going to rip it off. I'm going to go. That's all dumb to me. But that man was willing to give everything for his team. And because of that, the team rallied around him, and that's why the 49ers and all these other teams that, that played with players like that were successful. Look at Michael Irvin. He never met a crack pipe he didn't like, but they were winning championships. They were doing things that were, like it was supposed to be done. Like he was able to rally the troops. You know what I'm saying? Like he was able to put together a certain type of mindset for the players. It's more than us. I don't think Dak Prescott is worth the money. Okay? I don't think that the Cowboys should pay him that money. But I do believe he should get that money someplace else because he deserves to get his money. I just don't think it's the best move for the Dallas Cowboys because if they pay him, what else are they going to do? Because remember, paying Dak is still just guaranteeing you an 8-8 season. That's all he's good for. He's good for an 8-8 season. So you're paying for mediocrity. And it's like I said, this is just honest, straight opinions. You guys ask me, I'm going to tell you the truth. You're getting an average player. Is Amari Cooper worth the money? Amari Cooper can run routes for days. Like, you could go to bed and wake up and he'd still be running routes. He disappears in certain games, but he's immensely talented. When you say worth the money, how much money are you talking? It depends on how much money you're talking, but he's worth it. Somebody would pay him because he's a great route runner. I could never say Amari Cooper's garbage. He disappears in certain games, but that I saw him run. It was like a in and out post, bruh. Like he faked the out route and just went crazy on an angle on an inside post, and was just butt naked. And Dak Prescott threw the ball to the hot dog maker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's Dak Prescott, that dude right there, But again, he has leadership qualities. He has a lot of things that people try to overshadow his horrific play. And that's one of my major issues. Byron Jones, he was trash last year. And to be honest with you, Byron Jones was a lot of hype also. He lived mostly off of his combine. That dude's garbage, man. Like, look, I'm going to tell you right now. What did, I forgot what the dude said. One of the Hall of Famers, it might have been Michael Irvin, who said that it doesn't matter. No wide receiver that had a crazy, 40 time ever became like a Hall of Famer or something like that. And it's not to say, I'm just talking about in general. Like, people go too crazy about the combine. Put the guys on the field and let's see what you can do. That's my opinion. Put them on the field. What can you do on the field? I don't care if you could jump and touch the clouds and say hi to Jesus. I want to see what you could do on the field. Because a lot of these dudes are really, really bad players. And they suck. But they can go to the combine with their tights on, with their butt cheeks flapping around. And they can run all these speeds and do all that stuff. Put the pads on. Let me see what you can do. And that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how else to, describe it. But again, I wouldn't give him the money. I wouldn't. I don't think I would actually. I wouldn't pay him, but I would love to see him go someplace else and get paid. And that's pretty much what I would do with that. So, as we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump to Tom Brady. But again, Tom Brady is 97 years old. Brashad Perriman, he's the reason that Madden 16 got broke, though. He's the reason for that. You remember when he was so fast at the beginning of Madden 16? Yeah.
What do you want for dinner?
I don't know. You have to get something good. I finally get to relax a little bit at my first day back with like a thing there.
So wine? Fruit
No,
salad?
I don't know. I need no. What? What are you saying?
You want some wine?
I don't know. I don't, whatever. I don't really want wine, but you could do it. You know what? I think there's other stuff in there already. If you want wine, you can have that.
Stick with that.
What?
We can stick with that.
All right, so then I'll do that then. I'll do something. Just make a juice or something and do something with that, I guess.
Okay.
All right, and everything is laid out on the bed, and like I said, you could just take. It was like $39. So just take 40 from what you put in there. Use 40 from the bank.
Okay.
You don't have to take anything from here.
So what? So take out 80?
Take out $40 from the bank. That's what you're doing. All right. So anyway, okay. So we're gonna go to Tom Brady right now, and we're gonna take a look at why Tom Brady is not what everybody thinks he is. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right. Pretty much right now, okay. You'd be surprised if Brady left. Why? Why would you be surprised? Why would you be surprised about that? Yeah, she wants wine at like 4 p.m. Yeah, that's what she does, man. Look, I'm not worried about what she's doing. It's not about what she's doing. It's about Tom Brady right now. Don't worry about what she's doing. This is what we're about to get into the game logs. All right, so game logs 2019. Because everybody is telling me how good Tom Brady is. All right? It is what it is. The dude, like he has stats for days. And I'm not taking nothing from Tom. I think Tom Brady, he's known as Tom Terrific, TB12, Touchdown Tom, the GOAT, all kind of madness, bro. All right? But we're going to go through some of these numbers, and we're going to take a look at, what made him better, what things... Okay, somebody... What? Migos, what are you talking about? Brady's the GOAT. All right. So, look, that's the first thing that people write in my comments to kind of get me riled up. I'm not going to say that Tom Brady is not a really, really good player. RJ the Tryhard. Your nickname is one, loser. You suck at the game. You know what I'm saying, bro? So, like, what are we doing here, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got one name, and it's straight loser. Look, stop engaging with Miss. Listen, I don't know what she's doing. Stop engaging. Like, look, you're not supposed to be drinking at 4 p.m. All right, that's the bottom line. Migos, don't encourage her. Low key, she's a drunk that just doesn't go to meetings. But that's not what this is about. What this is about, hold on, what's this guy saying? Golden tickets later tonight. Oh, 9 p.m. I got to log back in. So I got to log back in at 9 p.m. tonight for the, yeah, my whole night is just, bro, I don't have any free time, bro. Yeah, because I got to get back on at 9 to do that golden ticket foolishness, and it's only available for an hour. And low key, I'm about to pull a golden ticket tonight. Low key, though. Well, on Sundays, Tom Brady to the Cowboys. All right, so look. Let's take a look at Tom Brady's record and what he's been doing for this season that he just previously went through, and let's see what's going on with it. So here we go. Let's start off with Pittsburgh. All right. I think we can all agree that the Pittsburgh Steelers are not a good team right now, and I don't think that. I think that what game did Big Ben Roethlisberger get injured in? Was it this game or was it after? I can't remember. But a lot of what he was doing didn't have to do with him. He did have 3 touchdowns in this game, 0 interceptions, and but they always do that to Pittsburgh, don't they? Yeah, exactly. The only argument is 6 rings. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's like, bro, okay, okay, yeah, he got 6 rings, but he was good for most of those. But a lot of that was coaching of the other teams. He should not have won that against the Atlanta Falcons, man, and that's why listen. I'm going to tell you this again. Matt Ryan is the worst quarterback ever. Because he's responsible for one. Pete Carroll is responsible for another. So he should technically have 4 rings. Maybe even 3 with the tuck rule. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you start people like to talk about LeBron, but just think about this, right? Start looking at the way they won Super Bowls. And you could take away a lot of those rings if they always do it to LeBron. Oh, LeBron, yo, bro, he needs all this help. Oh, but Tom Brady been outright cheating his whole career with Bill Belichick, and nobody cares about it. Like, he just been outright just cheating, and nobody cares. Like, oh, all right, you got caught with Spygate. It wasn't Tom, it was Bill. It's like you and your homeboy go do something illegal, and y'all both get caught, and y'all both knew the plan, y'all both did everything. One of you idiots get caught, and then the other person snitches. And you're like, yo, I know, I wasn't part of that. Like, what? Like, shut up, dude. That dude was in the room. He was learning everything about people's call signals. He was doing all that stuff. The dude is part of it. Is he a smart QB? Does he know what he's doing? Yes. Is he able to do things that other QBs were not able to do with less of surrounding cast? Yes. But at the end of the day, don't try to act like the dude wasn't cheating with everybody else, because he was. And I love me some Tom. Great personality, but he understands that there's a lot of things that come with it. And he's one of those guys that he's going to get away with all of that and go to the Hall of Fame, and people won't hold it against him. But in other aspects of other players that were caught cheating, they hold it against them. So it's a very, very awkward situation, but it's no way that the head coach is cheating and nobody else knows what's going on. It just doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I don't know. Bro, look, if you're not cheating, you ain't trying. At the same time, though, it's a limit to all of that stuff. Like, you just can't do whatever you want, is what I'm saying. You can't continue to do whatever you want and expect that people are not going to look back at it and say, yo, you know what? This guy really was hanging out with Bill Belichick. Dudes was cheating for a while. They got the Super Bowls. He knew the signals. He had to have some benefit. Even after they got caught, though, he still won Super Bowls. So that's like the counter argument. Because after they got caught and allegedly Bill Belichick was still doing it, but it just wasn't as blatant, they still won Super Bowls. So you could argue that if you're a Patriot fan, like, yo, if he couldn't win without cheating, how was he doing that? I would take that argument. That's a pretty good one. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they recorded the whole St. Louis Rams. At that time, they were the St. Louis Rams with the greatest show on turf. They recorded their whole walkthrough, bro. Do you understand? Look, put it like this, right? Say you're practicing for any sport, and there's a guy that's there that's recording all of your stuff that you're doing that's so intimate with your practice and everything that you're going to be doing, and they record your whole thing, and you play them, and they beat you. Not by that much, but they win. Are you telling me that they didn't have an advantage? Yeah, against the Bengals. Rich Hole, exactly. They did the same thing against the Bengals. Are you telling me that you don't gain an advantage? Because if you don't gain an advantage, then why are you doing it? It wouldn't really make sense. How many of us do things that we're not going to gain a benefit from? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many... I just don't know exactly what you're supposed to do about that. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. The first 15 plays of script. Exactly. Okay, so look. Orman Hunter just made a great point. Usually, because I don't know if everybody does it, but I've heard the same thing. The first 15 plays are scripted. So if you recorded that, right, how big of an advantage do you really have? I would say a very, very huge advantage. Like, let's just be honest about it. Like, if it's already scripted and you're recording the walkthrough, you got your SpongeBob G-string on, both of your butt cheeks have writing on it, like, yo, I'm a cheater, and you don't get caught, and then you have the meeting, and you know what they're doing, I believe, defensively and offensively, you gain a significant advantage. Okay, so you're saying Brady is the luckiest player of all time, not the best? Well, in certain cases, you don't need luck when you already know what the player is doing. But I would agree. The tuck rule, Russell Wilson trying to throw a slant at the goal line was stupid. What is the other one? Being down 28-3 with the Falcons, things like that. It's a lot of things that has gone on that you could say he's the luckiest man, but it's also horrific coaching on the other side, which is what you guys got to understand. I'm telling you this right now. As long as Pete Carroll is the head coach of the Seahawks, they will not win a Super Bowl. As long as Dan Quinn is the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, they will not win a Super Bowl. Because they are solely responsible for everything that transpired with the losses of those Super Bowls. And to get like everything as a clean slate, you have to get rid of those coaches. You have to. It's nothing else you can do. So, as we go through Tom Brady's numbers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they always lose no matter what to the Patriots. Patriots been doing whatever they want to do to them. Bro, they're the village bicycle. Everybody's had a ride. Like, it's really crazy. So that's 43-0 for Miami as the next game, right? Let's not worry about Pittsburgh. Miami is their stomping ground, even though you'll see week 17, if you fast forward and you jump down to the bottom, that's why they didn't get the number 2 seed and ultimately lost to the Titans. But let's not worry about that. The New York Jets. I think we can all agree that the New York Jets is a Pop Warner team that's filled with babies that are probably like 1-year-old to like 3-year-old. Like, they're really, really bad at football. They're really, really bad at understanding the fundamentals of how to play it. I think we can all agree with that. Can we? Bro, fire that idiot. What? All right, so look. Okay, so you're saying that, hold on, let me see what this guy's saying. You're saying that Brady is gone, so New England will be trash. So what you're saying is that you don't know who Sam Castle is. Like, guys that came in when Tom Brady got hurt. You're saying that Bill Belichick's system, which is what a lot of people argue, would not be able to maintain success in New England. Now, if Bill Belichick is still doing the same foolishness and he's cheating and doing all that other weird stuff, it's highly, highly possible, okay, that what's going to happen with it is going to be very, very significant on whether Tom Brady was really, really that running factor or if it was all Bill Belichick, which is why a lot of us are excited to see him leave. Many of us want to see him leave because we're like, you know what? It probably would be really, really cool if that were to be a thing. It would be really, really cool for that to happen. Like, to be able to see if Belichick is really the brains behind it or if Tom Brady goes someplace else and he wins. That way we'll all have our answers. But there's no guarantee. We don't know yet. And we also don't know if Tom Brady's going to leave. But I can't really say that, you know what I'm saying, that New England's going to be trash. That would be that'll be kind of not having any common sense. Sam Castle was a ball clipper idiot. What is going on? Bro, why are you guys so mad at Sam Castle? That's what I'm saying. Okay, so Riley's dad 32. So look, he just made a very, very valid point. Listen and understand. Matt Castle was garbage with every other team, but played decent with the Patriots. Notice the key word, decent. Why is decent a key word? Because you don't need to do much because Bill Belichick prides himself on the defensive side of the ball, which is why if you go back to all of the Super Bowls that were won, check the amount of points with the exception of the Eagles of how much the defense was able to give up. The Falcons also had 28 points, but that was a pick six by Tom Brady. There was some like weird stuff going on in that Super Bowl. But for the majority of the time, the defense made a lot of plays for Tom Brady to have a much better time. So let's just be honest about it. Okay? He didn't go to the playoffs, so who cares? All right, but look, he had 11 wins. They went 11-5. And the division was like, pretty tight-knit, and he didn't make it. But the point of the matter is they were still able to win games, and Matt Castle sucks. Okay? Exactly, Feed Braun. How often does an 11-win team miss the playoffs? That's a very, very good question. So when people say that, it's like, yeah, they still went 11-5, so what is your problem, dude? Like, it doesn't happen often. But it happened. This is exactly what I'm trying to explain to you guys. So as we go through this, the Jets, all right, I think GPal 24 by by himself, you could go ahead and do what you got to do, and you could beat the Jets. The Jets suck. Buffalo was a tough game for him. This is where I started to see that Tom Brady was garbage. Dude had 150 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception, 18 of 39. All right, dude was trash. I started to see in this game that the pressure was getting to him. I don't know if the O-line was just just didn't care anymore about him or whatever was going on. Dude was straight butt cheeks. Washington, they suck. The Giants, we all agree that they suck. The Jets, the worst team in football. Cleveland, they suck. Baltimore, they took an L. Why did this happen? This happened primarily because Bill Belichick thought that his stupid defense would be able to create problems for Lamar Jackson. He was very, very wrong. And that's what really sparked all the MVP talk for Lamar and a lot of the other things that started to surround everything around Lamar Jackson because you beat the Patriots. And the Patriots' name holds weight. So it's like, oh my God, like, wow, we really did this? This is huge. And in doing that and putting the guys in a position where the Baltimore Ravens look like the most dominant team, this really propelled the Baltimore Ravens to put it in their heads that, yo, we're Super Bowl bound. Obviously, the Titans had something to say about it, and the rest is history. But this game right here, it made you kind of see that Tom Brady was going to probably be, what division is awful? Hold on, what? Brady's been so easy? Well, that's true too. But anyway, hold on, I'm going to get to that in a second. Shader TV, I'll get to that in a second. But the Baltimore Ravens, this win is what propelled them with confidence. Because you got to remember, how many of you guys felt like it was a toss-up in the NFL after the Patriots were eliminated because the elephant in the room was removed? Once that happened, nobody really cared about everything else that was going on. Nobody was concerned with it. Once the Patriots actually went out there and they were eliminated, it was a toss-up. Anybody could win because they were the team that caused all the problems. Now, I agree with you. Some of you guys are bringing up that the AFC East is garbage. You got the Bills, you got the Jets. Those dudes suck. You got Miami in there. Like, look, bro, look. I'm not going to... It's very, very difficult to kind of make excuses for Tom Brady. But yes, he has been getting away with it. The same way you guys can make excuse for LeBron James early in his career with the Cavaliers and you know, how the East Coast was garbage. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the East was garbage. I understand that. But you can't take away from what the players are able to do in the position that they're placed in. It's not LeBron James's fault that the Eastern Conference was so garbage. So you can't blame him. The same way you can't blame Tom Brady that the AFC East was so garbage. You can only beat the people that they put in front of you. So what do you want from him? Doesn't make any sense. We can't argue that fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, if dudes are garbage, easy 5 to 6 wins. Rich Bud, low key, I could agree. I agree. Like, I'm not gonna argue with you. Their conference is garbage. You know, like, it's the valid truth. But you're not gonna hear many people bring that up when he's inducted into the Hall of Fame. The same way they won't bring up Spygate, you know, Deflategate, all kinds of gate with the gate. You won't hear about it. Philadelphia. Again, at this point, Carson Wentz didn't have a lot of his weapons. He wasn't able to perform the way he was supposed to. And because of that reason, it didn't work out the way that it should have for the Eagles, you know, throughout the season, because he lost his wide receiver. So it's very, very difficult to win without your wide receivers. Brady came out 0-0. The dude was 55% completion rate. Is this amazing stuff? No. But again, they were able to pull out the win. Dallas. We already know what this is about. You know what I'm saying? The Dallas Cowboys, they lost 13-9, but it wasn't really about Tom Brady, because all he did was manage the game. He had a fumble. I remember that. The dude wasn't that good, but the defense of the Patriots, which always comes into play, that's the reason why they won that. And a lot of the QBs that have lost to the Patriots, it's because their defense has been able to outsmart the other quarterback, and they hold them to very minimal points, and, you know, Tom Brady's able to do whatever he wants. Just think about it. The Super Bowl against the Rams, how many points did Tom Brady put up? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's acting like, oh, you hating on Tom, the dude, you know, oh, bro. No, it's not about that. You're not hating on Tom. That's not what's going on. What's visibly going on is we're seeing a decline that you guys don't want to admit. Brady is 947 years old, all right? Whatever happens wherever he goes, that's fine and well. We wish him all the best. But age catches up with you. And it is what it is. The Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? Not Deshaun Watson. Was it Deshaun Watson? Yeah, it is. Deshaun Watson. He had to get up in this dude Tom Brady right quick and do him dirty. But Tom Brady, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He played, I guess, whatever, 85, QB rating, whatever. I guess you could say he played decent. But your man Deshaun Watson got all up in him. Yeah, 45%. Feed Braun. Yeah, exactly. The dude's garbage. But you started to see that you can't expect him to win the same games that we used to expect him to win. And that's a huge factor. When you can't win the games that you're supposed to win as Tom Brady, you got to start looking at that and saying, like, yo, what is up? Like, what's going on right now? Like, what are we doing? What are we trying to accomplish? This is madness. You have to look at that and understand it. And that's very, very important. It is extremely important that you guys start to look at this. He was not able to pull out games through his offensive, like skill and all of this, comeback Tom and Tom terrific. He wasn't able to do it. Dudes was dropping them L's on him, bruh. Now, we go to Kansas City. Look, man, you know what I'm saying? Bro, 19 to 36, 52%. Bro, 52% completion, though. 169 yards, though. 1-1. Tom Brady, though. Trash, though. You start to look at it and you start to say to yourself, all right, we're starting to see some things go on. We're starting to understand, this is something that we need to take a look at because it's not living up to what it's supposed to be. At Cincinnati, we all in the chat can go to Cincinnati together and we could just put together our own team and we would beat Cincinnati. They suck. Buffalo, you know what I'm saying? Josh Allen thought he was playing Madden, running around backwards, throwing the ball off his back foot, throwing it into the coverage. Beautiful thing to see. Not too good to look at overall because this became something where it's like, all right, you know what? You're probably not going to win a lot of games doing what you did, Josh Allen, but you only lost by 7. Oh, yeah, you only lost by 7. So it's like, all right, cool. We could probably do better. Tom Brady's the best ever? Okay, man. All right. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, okay. Miami. Now, this game, you could argue that the defense failed the Patriots. Like, you could argue because Tom Brady put them in a proper position to win, and then Ryan Fitzpatrick went ape, and because of this loss, the Patriots no longer gets the bye. Tennessee goes there, beats the hell out of them, and then the rest is history. So now, when you look at it according to those things, what are we saying here? What are we realistically trying to do? Like, if you think about it, what are we trying to say about Tom Brady in this season? 4,057 yards, 60% completion average, 24 TDs, 8 interceptions. All right? 88 median score for his QB rating. Can he go someplace else and win? It's probably. You said Brady gave Miami 7 points off the pick 6. All right, okay, so you're gonna go based on that and not towards the end of the game where he put them up. You're gonna blame something that happened early in the game as the reason for why they lost the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really go ahead and give you that, because you got to understand they still had a chance when they were up to win that game. Last season was last. We focus on the next one. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't know where you guys want Tom Brady to go, but I don't believe that Tom Brady is gonna win a Super Bowl wherever else he goes, because you got to think about it. You can't really coach Tom Brady. It may look like people are coaching him, like Josh McDaniels running around like an idiot. It may look like you're coaching Tom, but how do you coach a man with 6 rings? It doesn't really make much sense. They would have won if not for that pick 6. Yeah, when you look at the numbers, but they were up at the end of the game, and then they were able to lose because of a final play with the Miami Dolphins, like them having their last drive. So if in the fourth quarter you're up and the defense has to make a stop, and that's the reason that you lose, the game has 4 quarters. You could argue the pick 6. You could do whatever you want to do with that, but I can't, like, again, it happens. Yo, Jay Wolf, what's good? All I'm saying to you guys is this. Because I'm not a fan of any team in the NFL, I can objectively look at it. And Tom Brady, he's declining. And I understand, like, the man's great and all that stuff like that, but remember this, bro. Remember the Tuck rule, and rest in peace to Al Davis, bro. Because that's what started the luckiest career ever. And again, when I say that, it's like, but he still did this, he still did that. But then he still lost to Eli Manning twice, bro. Eli Manning has a face where you're like, yo, where is this guy at? The dude low-key just runs around doing whatever he wants, looking like Keanu Reeves. Back when he was with Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And the dude beat the hell out of Tom Brady twice. And then you lose to Nick Foles. So when you think about it, it's like, he's great, but like, how, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really, really weird. Like, at least when LeBron James was losing, he was losing to teams that you could say, you know what? That team was pretty good. They 28-3. Yo, how many of you guys remember when Al Davis used to just draft dudes because they were fast and they were garbage? How many of you guys remember that? I had to grab some water right quick. Yo, where did she just put my stuff? Where did she go? My wife be low key coming in my man cave, bruh, and moving stuff around, dog. Like, that's a no though. Bro, that's a straight up no though. Like, low key. Bruh, Al Davis used to draft people because they were fast as hell, and they sucked. The corners that he drafted, I know. Well, Charles Woodson played over there. He was probably the only one that. And I guess Asamoah. I don't know. But Al Davis was the originator. He was the originator of drafting a track team and putting them out there and just like, yo, just be faster than everybody else and we gonna win. They really messed up when they drafted Jamarcus Russell. That dude is arguably the worst quarterback ever in the history of football. Which safety? Yo, these super hot Doritos, low key, cop some. Now they're gonna have to give me some advertisements. Low key, it's on point. And I don't eat junk food. Bro, what the? Where did this go? Oh. Bro, I hate when I drop something on my floor, but I have tiled white floor so I can see it, so it's not a big deal, but let me grab this thing over here. Bro, low key. Yeah, bro, hey. Low key, these Doritos right here. Bro, flaming hot lemon or lemon. Yeah, Jamarcus Russell is where they really like. Cool Ranch is the best. I don't really. I used to like Cool Ranch, but like I like more spicy, spicy things like the Takis. Yo, Dead Prez, what's good? Yeah, bro, J Fry, but yo, luckily for me, I can see it because it's on a white floor though, like white tiles, bro. Nacho cheese though. Yo, look, hey, Craig, you know about it, bruh. Takis be straight hitting, bruh. Low key, my wife, well, actually, she can. She's been a lot better with the spice, but I like my stuff real spicy, bruh. Bruh, low key, though. What do you guys think about Jamarcus Russell, though? Is he the worst quarterback ever or not? Because I definitely think he is. Well, Ryan Leaf, you guys just mentioned. You know what it is? Ryan Leaf was very, very bad, but I think Jamarcus Russell was worse than him. Because Ryan Leaf, he knew he was a terrible player. Jamarcus Russell actually thought he was good. You saying Nathan Peterman? No, Jamarcus Russell, like even with Nathan Peterman. I know Nathan Peterman threw like 5 picks in 1 minute. I'm not saying he's not garbage, but Jamarcus Russell was a really, really bad player. Yeah, Jamarcus Russell was really, really bad, and he thought he was a good player, which is what really baffled me. So overall, I was just looking at it like I look at it objectively, like, yo, that dude is garbage. All right, so those are like the top names, right? So what do you guys? Who else are you guys worried about? In like free agency, give me a name so I can put it in a box and we can go over it. Because like I said, I don't know where Tom Brady's gonna end up. But yeah, he was extra fat, bro. Cheeseburger Doritos. What are you talking about? Jamarcus Russell sacked himself. Oh yeah, I saw that. Nah, Brandon Whedon actually won games, and he got traded to a couple places. He played for Dallas. He played for the Browns, and he actually won games. Jamarcus Russell was a horrific quarterback. Phillip Rivers, you want to go Aaron Rodgers? That's actually a cool one to talk about. Because I don't believe that Aaron Rodgers was anywhere near what he was supposed to be this year. I totally, what the? Bro, what just happened here? Bro, why did he just do that? Why won't it let me go to the, alright. Aaron Rodgers, bro, like, if he didn't have a good defense, this dude low-key would have been a straight trash can player. Who's staying in New England? Tom Brady? I don't know, man. Bro, you think so? Bro, why is it? Okay, here we go. 2019. Come on, give me 2000. Okay, here we go. All right, so first of all, if you guys think that mustache that he has is okay, I got a problem with you. Yo, bro, why did he just do that? What is this? Bro, why did he just do all that? How do we go back? How do we go back? All right, there we go. What do we do? Okay, move over there. All right, let me move this over here. Okay, hold up. Why is it not moving? Bro, it's not moving around. Okay, there it goes. All right, so this is still not doing what it's supposed to do. Let me get up here a little bit. Yeah, sometimes my squirrels they just stop doing what they're supposed to do. Bro, my squirrels that provide my internet connection, they just do whatever they want. Where's every? Okay, this is 2009. Okay, so where's my game log? All right, let me go. Let me go over here real quick. Hold on. 2019 game log. Okay, here we go. All right, that's better. Now I can actually see because I want you guys to see the mustache. All right, so we're gonna go. Yeah. So before we get into everything else that he was doing, I want you guys to take a look at that mustache, and I don't ever want to hear you guys say that this is okay. That mustache is absolutely ridiculous and it's stupid. So he deserved to lose the way he lost, but that I'm just letting you guys understand. That mustache is unacceptable. The same thing with Baker Mayfield. It's ridiculous and it doesn't make any sense. All right, so we're gonna go ahead now that we've discussed that. Now we could jump into some other business. I just wanted to be clear with that. All right. So now it starts off in Chicago, 10-3, 203 yards. Okay, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, 91, 60% completion. Not too bad. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous, but at the same time, I guess it's something that you could probably deal with. It's all right. It's nothing too big. You can work with that. 200 yards, but it's Aaron Rodgers, so you're expecting a little bit more. First game of the season, we're expecting the Chicago Bears team from the previous year. So we're like, okay, defense is going to be kind of stifling, whatever. All right. He had 203 yards, no problem. Minnesota, 200 yards again, 2 TDs, 0 interceptions, 64%. All right, cool. Is that Denver? 27-16, 235. The dude's in a lot of twos. So you're starting to see that there's something going on with the numbers. You're starting to see that Aaron Rodgers ain't out here doing Aaron Rodgers type things. All right, what is this that she has here? Why did she leave this here? I don't know what this is. I don't think she's doing stamps. All right, let me just rip all this stuff up, bro. Because she low-key came down here to leave garbage all over the place and just run around like a complete, you know what I'm saying? All right, so like I was saying, so pretty much what happens is this, right? The dude's running around with a lot of 200s. All right, so we'll just leave that like that. So is this Aaron Rodgers that we know? Probably not. Like, you would think that Aaron Rodgers would be a lot better. So some of them completion percentages are wild. Hold on, we haven't got... What? All right, what are you talking about? What do you mean it's wild? We haven't... All right, so he lost to Philly? Oh, yeah, on that last play, right? Where the dude was wide open and he threw it to somebody else for intel? Yeah, I remember that, bro. The Packers were running with more success last year. No, I remember. Yeah, Aaron Jones was a boss. But you know what's interesting about you saying that? There's certain teams that the guys can rush for 100 yards and the quarterback still keeps their numbers. I guess what you're trying to say is like they didn't need to really rely on him as much. But again, in this game against Philly, didn't Aaron Jones have a pretty decent game stat-wise? I guess because he was throwing the ball out of the backfield to him, so it was considered passing yards, hitting him in the flat or whatever. So he wasn't running as much, but I do believe that Aaron Jones had a decent amount. What Green Bay lost Adam Jones that game? All right. So what's the problem? Bro, he tore your Raiders up? Who got hurt? Aaron Jones got hurt? He threw for 422 against the Eagles and lost the game. What are we really saying about that? He said everybody tore the Raiders up. Oh my god, bro, the Raiders are trash, bro. But I think the Raiders almost had a chance at the last towards the end of the season to still make the playoffs. If everybody lost, they were in that little scientific thing. Like 4 guys had to lose, 2 guys had to do somebody's moms. Like it was a crazy calculation. So they lost to Philly. They go to Dallas where everybody wins. Detroit, they win by a point. Oakland, they just completely ripped their butt cheeks open. 425, 5 TDs, perfect passer rating. What the hell is this? Is this Kansas City? But Patrick Mahomes was hurt though. Bro, wait a minute. Patrick Mahomes was hurt though. Wait a minute. Who is this? Who is this XZ Fiery guy? He must be a Packers fan that's running off at the mouth crazy in the chat. Who is this guy? Bro, who is this guy? Bro, somebody find out who this guy is. What is he talking about? Okay, so he was balling against the Chiefs, but the Chiefs, what was the game that Patrick Mahomes came back in? Okay, Patty was hurt, right? All right, cool. Because I know Patty Mahomes don't play that. He like Homie the Clown. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I saw the pass against Kansas City Chiefs, but you got to remember, Patrick Mahomes didn't play. So he would have to have done more if Patrick Mahomes does play, is what I'm saying. Chargers. Is that the Los Angeles Chargers they lost to right here? Let me ask you guys a question. If you had to give me like a gauge of how good the Chargers were, how good would you say the Chargers were? The Kansas City Rodgers is a goon? All right. I'm not going to argue. Like I said, I'm not saying he's garbage, but he's not the Aaron Rodgers of old. I don't know what to say about it, bro. If you guys are telling me that the dude is good, I can't argue with you. All I can tell you is, bro, look at the numbers. The dude barely threw for 4,000 yards. Like, and you gonna tell me that Aaron Jones, because he was running the ball, like, nah, bro. I can't take that. The Chargers game, yeah. I think a lot of people lost money on that game also. But don't worry about that. The Los Angeles Chargers, they suck. Let's get up to the Carolina Panthers. What was his numbers here though? Let's look at this guy's numbers. I don't want to move it like that. That went kind of crazy. We have to do all that. Like, let's look at Carolina. So let me ask this Packer guy that's saying he's a goon. Let's talk to this Packer guy, Mr. XZ Fiery. What happened here, bro? Because Aaron Rodgers is a goon. Tell me, because he and I had the same amount of touchdowns. Let me know what happened with this one right here, because he's such a goon against the Carolina Panthers. They won, but tell me what happened. Oh, first year in the system excuse. All right, cool. But you good, bro. Okay. So let me know what happened. Like, why does he have 0 and 0? Like tell me that. Like, he had the same amount of touchdowns that I had. So how is he a goon? Nah, bro, I got you. But, bro, like, you telling me he's a goon. Why is this happening in the game? Because we didn't even get to the 49ers where I'm going to completely eat you alive. Because the dude, whenever he plays against Richard Sherman, whether he was with the Seahawks, wherever Richard Sherman is, Aaron Rodgers curls up in the fetal position and clenches his butt cheeks and hides in the corner. So tell me why he and I had the same amount of touchdowns in this game. That's what I want to know. Because he's a goon. Just let me know. Bro, and after you tell me about that game, we go into the game right below it. So now you could tell. See, I'm telling you, you got to be objective. I understand that you guys like these players, but you got to be able to look at it and understand that something is going on. That's what I'm trying to make you guys realize. Aaron Rodgers benefited from a much better defense and a great run game, more than he's had probably in his entire career. Exactly. You got nothing you can say about it. All right, so let's go to the next one. Okay, he had 104 yards and 1 touchdown, right? Look at that score and tell me what happened in that. Because everybody here watched the San Francisco game. So let me know. What happened here? Like, he's a goon. So tell me so goons throw for 104 yards and get dominated from behind. 37-8. Let me know. Tell me about it. Your defense is garbage. Are you serious? The Green Bay Packers defense was so much better that Aaron Rodgers, that's all he spoke about in all of his interviews. How good they were, how better, and they actually played a lot better. In certain games, they didn't play too well, but what is the excuse about the 104 yards, though? Okay, he scored 8 points. Okay, so look, yeah, everybody's saying what happened. He got his back beaten, but look, I'm asking the Packer fan that's telling me that he's so good. Look at those numbers and tell me what your quarterback did that game. Because if he's a goon, you a goon every game. If we go to Patrick Mahomes, when Patrick Mahomes plays, even when he has a bad game, dude throwing for 300 yards. Tell me what happened right here. I'm really, really interested to know because you're telling me he's a goon. Now your O-line is garbage. Okay, so it's everybody. Okay, so this guy is Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless, you want a troll account? Because you know Skip Bayless got an excuse for everything. He like, everybody else except for the guy we talking about. Everybody, it's all pointing to the one guy, but he's not going to admit it. This dude is Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless got a troll account. That's who that is. I just realized it. All right, I can't. See, bro, now I can't even deal with you. Because you skip. So there's no winning against you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, now the O-line, the defense suck, all that stuff. When you look at the numbers, the defense played way better than any other time in his career. But all of a sudden, it's the defense. All right. All right. Bro, do Skip Bayless, bro. All right, so look. We'll get to the Seattle game in a second. All right, so now. New York Giants. He had 4 touchdowns. That's like beating up on a kid when you're an adult. The Giants are a terrible team. They suck. They suck, man. He'll be better next season? All right. Do you want to say something about the Giants? Because the Giants suck, so you're not going to get no props off that. Giants are a horrific team. Washington. That's a bye game. Pretty much a bye week right there. You know, I don't know how they played him so tough. Whatever was going on, dude had 195 yards. That ain't good numbers. He's trying to see aging backwards. You see what I'm saying, RJ? RJ, you see, now you're learning. See, RJ to try hard, the dude is garbage, but he understands like regular human mechanics. He's getting older. He's not a fine wine, bro. He's not gonna get better with time. That dude is garbage. Yo, Pinola, what's good, bro? So, he barely pulled it out against Washington. He had 195 yards. That's very, very trash. Okay? Now, Chicago. He won that game. Chicago wasn't really that good this year. Yeah, okay, exactly. The Giants do suck, but you gotta admit that Aaron Rodgers is not as goonish as he once was. We're starting to see decline. That's what I'm trying to make you see right now. Minnesota. I don't know what happened in this game, but the dude had 1 pick and they still won. So maybe Aaron Jones went crazy. Okay? He had 216 yards and an interception. What kind of numbers is that? Like, why would you have those kind of numbers and walk off the field and think everything's okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, you really had those numbers and you thought it was okay to have those numbers. And then after you had the numbers, you thought it was sweet, though. You see what I'm saying? This idiot ran around, had 216 yards, 1 interception, and still beat the Minnesota Vikings. All right? We have to start to admit the dude is declining. Finally, with Detroit, Matthew Stafford didn't play this game. He was playing against the backup, right? And barely won this one. Well, or maybe, did he have to play that one? I don't know what happened with this game. No, he did. Dude was garbage. All right, cool. That's all good. Now, our run D got exposed constantly. Okay, so you're blaming the run D. But nobody was saying nothing about the run D when you guys were winning games and locking up. But now that Aaron Rodgers' numbers don't look so good, the run D is getting exposed. What does that have to do with Aaron Rodgers' numbers? What does that have to do with him throwing dots and not throwing it out of bounds because he's scared to throw a pick? So he got to keep his, got to throw it out of bounds for no pressure's coming, but like, I'm throwing it out of bounds. Like, this dude is out of control. All right, so look. You beat Seattle, 59% completion, which is really, really good. I like those numbers. 243, 2 touchdowns, 113 player rating. All right, congratulations. You beat a team that was better than you on that day. Like I said, Seattle had chances to actually come back and win this game. The defense stepped up, made some plays. It worked out. I don't think that 243 is anything to really brag about, but that's fine also. I'm not going to argue with it, but it doesn't seem like it's something that it's not like he should anything in the 200. I don't really like 200-yard games, bro. Like, I like the Patty Mahomes numbers, the 300 to 400. Like, bro, just doing whatever you want. Aaron Rodgers used to do that. Like, he's not doing that no more. Bro, listen, no. I don't want you to say it just to make me happy. I'm not saying that he was bad. I'm saying that he's declining. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm doing. And the team lets Russell Wilson play 2 halves. First half, they always play around. Listen, Tamir, pretty much what happens with Russell Wilson, to be honest, a lot of the things that are going... See, look, you got... I don't even know, man. I don't even know what to say, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, your head coach has to get fired. Pete Carroll has to get fired just off of that Super Bowl where they threw the slant. It don't matter what Russell Wilson does. Until Pete Carroll is fired, that's going to happen on a regular basis. Okay, so look. Here we go with the Niners. All right? But as far as Seattle goes, Seattle is in a boat where it's like, it doesn't really matter at this point because I think they're on an upward path. To be like, if you look at the way that they're building their squad, they're on an upward path right now, the Seattle Seahawks. So that's something that I would keep an eye out for because I'm telling you, it was once the Legion of Boom. Now it's all about this dude, Russell Wilson. So we got to see what's going on. Here goes Hurricane out of nowhere with the Niners, bruh. The Niners. Like, this dude right here, anytime you want to find Hurricane, bro, just say Niners, bro. Like, the dude jumps out. Dude had to get the L in his file in the Super Bowl, though. Low key. But let's just talk about this real quick. Aaron Rodgers is so good that my man went out there and he had some good completion. Look at his completion percentage. Completion percentage was sick. But they were doing work on this dude. And a lot of these numbers from the 37 to 20, these garbage time numbers, that came when they were getting blown out. So it's really, really like I don't know exactly how to put it, but these are all trash numbers. Bro, Tyler Lockett might be a type take. Yo, listen. All right, Tamir, did you mean to write wide receiver? Oh, okay. I'm about to say, yeah, okay, you're drunk. All right, cool. That makes more sense. I don't know why you're drunk on whatever coast you're on, but it's about to be 5 o'clock on the East Coast, and it's about, 2 p.m. on the West. So if you're drunk right now, that's bad. You got to figure that out for yourself and your family. Like, you're doing something crazy, or you just making crazy guap, and it don't matter what you're doing. Dude just drunk for no reason. But again, yeah, day drinking is the best thing in the world, though. If you could do it, and you're of the right age, because you could just relax. And everybody, that's what vacation is for. You take a load off and just chill. That's pretty much what it is right there. So it is what it is. Now, when we look at it right here, where is my savage Aaron Rodgers fan that's going wild right now? Okay? How can you explain this garbage time yardage and you're getting blown out of proportion? And all throughout this time, he was scared to throw the ball towards my man over there. What's that? What's his name? Richard Sherman. Bro, on a Tuesday? Yeah, you're in Florida. You're the same time zone as New York. Yeah. And but you're in Florida, so you're saying that you got to just drink to hide the pain? All right, bro, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think in conclusion, we can all pretty much say, Aaron Rodgers is a very, very... He's getting down to that point where we're going to have to start questioning what's going on. Like, we're getting to that point right now where we have to take a look at him and say, what is he really doing? That's pretty much where we are with that right now. To just be completely honest about it. That's what I think. That's like my honest opinion about it. Bro, Sherm term. All right, so now, who are we looking at for the next one? Who do you guys want for the next one? We'll go ahead and... Oh, bro, okay, let me see. Let me just put this here, and we'll go ahead and do that. All right, so, yeah, listen. All right, so now, who do we got next? Who are we trying to decipher next? You want to look at Clowney, Jimmy Ward? Jimmy Ward, the corner... Jimmy Ward? Who the hell... What? We're live for one more hour. Like I told you guys before, this is something that's sponsored by Twitch, so I have specific hours. Tuesday and Wednesday we go from 12 Pacific to 3 Pacific, which is 3 p.m. to 6 Eastern Standard Time, and on Thursdays we go 12 to 2 or 3 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. I'll definitely post it out so that you guys can see it. You guys will get the schedule going forward until further notice. You guys want to go Lamar Jackson? Okay. Lamar. Okay. Where's this idiot? Okay. So let's take. You know what? Because this guy, he really didn't have that bad of a season. Obviously, he got the L directly in his file when it counted the most. So it's kind of bad when you think about it. But overall, it's like, can you really get mad at him while he's maturing? But I think they need to let him. I don't. Should they let him run more? I don't know. The dude's neck, like, bro, this dude is a monster, dog. Like, he got that neck, like, he ready for the steroid juice. All right, but listen, let's go through here. Let's check some stuff out. Dude's 22 years old, just being a man amongst boys, though. Okay, low-key, he's trash. Low-key. Let's take a look at what happened. All right, now, when you first look, shout out to Migos for holding on the stream titles and doing this thing. Appreciate it. When you look at the first game, a lot of you guys are going to say, yo, Gmias, bro, he took care of, Miami, bro, he's going crazy. 5 TDs, 324. And remember, he didn't do any of this in garbage time. So all of these numbers are pretty much like he earned these numbers in the time where the Dolphins were trying to fight. And they were just beating the hell out of him. It was nothing they could do about it. Okay? When you look at everything with the way that the season started, I like the fact that he was coming off of a very, very bad playoff scene where everybody was booing him, and he came out and he played very, very well. I love this. All right? But what happened is, this is more, when he played Arizona, of what Lamar Jackson is. 272, 2 touchdowns, but when you look at the rushing, 120 yards. Like, this is what he is. He's a dual threat quarterback that can make plays when necessary with throwing the ball. Anybody that thinks that he's going to all of a sudden become an archetype that is like, a Troy Aikman, Joe Montana, whoever, Brett Favre, like, just become a straight gunslinger, it's not going to happen because he's built to be a dual threat quarterback. I believe that he's more of like a 250, 2 TD, 3 TD guy with passing and rushing, averaging about 80 yards or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much what I think based on what I've seen and, what makes him more enjoyable to watch. Those are the things that but I don't know if going forward it might change up a little bit, but you see like how I was looking at Aaron Rodgers and I was like, yo, that's not impressive, 200 yards, 200 whatever. I don't mind this, okay? I don't mind having 200 and whatever amount of yards with this guy because I know what this guy is. I understand that he's going to want to run the football. He's going to want to do read options. He's going to want to do, quarterback powers. I understand all that. So this is what I expect from him, okay? For everybody that's thinking that he's going to all of a sudden, like I said, maybe he will. Maybe he'll turn into the best dual threat quarterback we've ever seen. I don't know. That means his career drops at 30. Okay, we got to get to the Rams. We'll be to the Rams in a second. All right, Kansas City, 267, no passing TDs, no interceptions. A L directly in this file. Okay, rushing, 8 for 46. So he had 1 TD, 6 points. All right, so with the way that this game went on, you kind of see, again, like I said, the dude, I don't know. I don't think he'll ever be a pass-first quarterback. And with his blessings and the way that he moves, I don't think he should be. I think he should be able to be what he is. And I think that's why John Harbaugh gets a lot of credit, even when he didn't bench him last year. Well, the prior year to this, the previous year to this, when he was booed in the playoffs. Not when he just lost to the Titans, but John Harbaugh is basically making him be what he wants to be. Bro, you're not gonna lie. But he only had 267. So what was he looking at before the garbage time then? Because low key, 267 is type trash for a full game. So if that's part of the garbage yards, Like, what was he really doing though? I don't really know about, like, is he garbage though? Nah, he ain't gonna end up like RG3. He not gonna end up like RG3. Don't even say that about the man. RG3 is an absolute moron. RG3 had the potential to actually get better and understand the sliding mechanics and, you know, make his career a lot better than what it actually turned out to be. But he's the type, he thinks he's a passer. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's thinking he's a pass first guy. He's not. RG3 is a running quarterback that can make throws. When his rookie season, when he took off and he was going crazy, all of his highlights for the most part was him running past every single player. After week 2, he turned up. Okay, he went into the unique. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't know how to slide. All right, this was the game that I think I threw up in my mouth like 4 or 5 times. They lost to the Browns. And at this point, we realized that Cleveland was not going to be that good of a team. I don't know how long it took you guys to realize it, but I realized it immediately. The Cleveland Browns was going to suck, and after their first 3 weeks, I'm like, all right, we don't need to expect anything out of these guys. And then they beat on the Ravens. And it's like, I know you guys are like the division and all that stuff, but that's really, really bad. And it was kind of weird, but it happened. Pittsburgh, this was kind of a clutch win. 1 TD, 3 interceptions. Not what you want to see, but he was able to pull it out. Cincinnati, this was kind of weird, to be honest. Division, I understand that, but it was weird that they played them so tough and almost lost the game. All right, bro, Baker Mayfield, that dude's garbage. All right, Seattle. In this game, it was like he went crazy, but he really didn't know. And it was the run game highlights and stuff like that. Because remember, every game that they played, he had crazy highlights where he put his foot in the ground and he just fake dudes out their shoes. And that's what it became. It became a whole Lamar Jackson show. Like, this is what it is. That's what it became. I'm not really sure, if this kind of proved anything as far as his MVP race, but he got the W. New England. This was a huge game. A huge game. Because Bill Belichick implemented a plan where he was going to take away the run game, okay, from the quarterback and make him have to beat him in the air. And if you go over here and look and see what's going on, he had 2 touchdowns and 61 yards, but those 2 TDs were in very, very critical times of the game. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, you said now Lamar got saved. What do you mean he got saved? Hold up, I remember looking at the comments. Hold up. People are saying that Lamar got saved with which game? Because, like, he had a lot to do with everything that was going on. That's what I'm saying. New England has no D, only homicide. In the first, 8-10 weeks of the season, people were saying they had the best defense ever in the history of the NFL with the amount that they were giving up and the amount of points scored. I mean, the amount of yards they were giving up and the points scored. So how is their defense garbage? Yeah, no, he definitely took care of those little daddies, and he made sure that they knew what time it was. Because Bill Belichick wanted to stop the run game, and they ran it right down their throats. Cincinnati, this is more of what we expected. How many of you guys remember this game where he just had highlight after highlight after highlight after highlight? It was so bad. That's when we realized the Bengals were going to get the number 1 pick, because they sucked. They were bad. New England has the best D? Yeah, but bro, like I said, people are going to say they don't like Lamar just because, in my opinion, he's better than... Do I want to say he's better than Michael Vick? I don't know. I think he is, though. If I had to really, like, right now assess that, I would say that he's better than Michael Vick. The Cincinnati game is when he had all those highlights. Who did New England worse, Derrick Henry or Lamar? No, Derrick Henry, he's a better runner. New England only has a good secondary. I think. See, as far as the passing goes, Vic just had a huge arm. It wasn't like Vic was deadly accurate, but he had a huge arm. But accuracy wasn't his forte either. And he threw it more awkward because he was left-handed and he tried to do like weird stuff and it was always like stupid. I don't know. You think he's a better passer? Yeah, that's true. He might be better than Vic, but Vic was first, so we loved. Yeah, that's a good point. Because look. Every time Lamar Jackson was playing, I was on that channel. The dude is electrifying. Yo, he is ready to go. And again, as long as the coaches keep him doing what he's doing, and they don't try to go too far to make him change up what he's doing, this young man is going to win the Super Bowl. If the Ravens defense can hold up, they could have probably won this year's Super Bowl. Because I believe that they could have beaten the Chiefs. I do believe that the Titans were just, they weren't a good matchup. Even though they beat the Chiefs earlier, the Titans beat the Chiefs earlier in the year. I don't think they were a good matchup in the playoffs. I think the Ravens would have probably beaten the Chiefs if it were to get to that point. And Lamar is still growing. That's correct. If there was no Pat Mahomes, he'd be the star. Yeah, Migos, that's true. That's absolutely true. Yeah, no. Bro, the dude threw he threw a 50-yard pass with the flick of the wrist. Like, everybody knows Lamar Jackson can slang that thing, but people are quick to just say, yeah, he's a runner. People just want to say, people want to say negative things about you just to say it. It's no validation to it. They just want to say it. It doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? So you got to just deal with that. Now, this game right here, this was very, very surprising. I don't know how many of you guys expected what happened in this game, but I did not expect Houston to get dominated from the back. Let me see. Okay, because she's texting me while I'm doing stuff. We got to figure this out because now my wife just does whatever she wants, bro. Like, she is okay. Jacket, pants, vest, shirt. Okay, it pretty much is what it is. But Deshaun Watson, pretty much the way that it is, we would have to figure it out and probably get back and see what we could, how can we figure out what is it? What is she saying? All right, let me just tell her what she said. Okay. Let me see. All right, let me go. Let me see, cause she doesn't understand. Like, I'm in the middle of what's going on right now. So here we go. Deshaun Watson what do you guys think about Deshaun Watson? Does Deshaun Watson have that dog in him or no? Because like I said, obviously Migos is terrible at every video game he ever played. Migos does not have the dog in him in any game he plays. But what do you think about Deshaun Watson? Lamar took one hit this year, and it was in the Jets game when he broke Vic's record. Hold up. Tyler Brunson is saying that Deshaun Watson is overrated? Really? That's interesting. Top five in the league. Watson is a goon. All right, so that's the first time that I heard overrated, because I honestly don't believe that Deshaun Watson gets enough credit. And it's probably because of games like this. All right, the dude got dominated 41-7, and it was really nothing he can do to that Baltimore defense. But to be honest, in certain games, that Baltimore defense was outrageous. So it's very, very hard to just say, Deshaun Watson is overrated, whatever like that. I think Deshaun Watson got that dog in him. And we also have to remember, DeAndre Hopkins, he's a dog, but the dude, like, I guess it's because he's not as flashy. We don't really care about him as much. Is that what it is? Yo, bro, Ravens feasted on the behind. What? Yeah, I don't understand that. Why you hate? Okay, what exactly? I would say that Watson is underrated, if anything. And some games are gonna be like that, and you got to remember, like, you see, what's that dude? What's their deep threat over there with the Texans? He got hurt though. I can't remember what his name was. Oh, bro, there's a guy trolling. Well, it doesn't really matter. Trolls get the banhammer. So if you guys feel fit for it, if you feel that that's what's going on, the banhammer comes out crazy and it just starts swinging everywhere, bro, like a gavel. Oh yeah, Will Fuller. I thought Will Fuller got hurt throughout the season, and that kind of hurt. Like it's the same thing with Carson Wentz. You lose Deshaun Jackson, bro, you're gonna have some problems. You can't really. The reason that a lot of teams are able to run the ball successfully and do whatever they want is because they have a deep threat that spreads the defense. And that's why I'm so upset with like the Vikings when Randy Moss and Chris Carter was there. Because why weren't they able to beat the Giants? You remember that playoff game where the Giants beat them 41-0? How many of you guys remember that? You know what I'm saying? How many of you guys remember that? Like I don't remember. Yo, like it's a very, very interesting situation because Randy Moss, who was arguably the most feared deep threat ever in the history of football, it doesn't make any sense why they were able to not finish the job. You know what I'm saying? Tyreek Hill, that's what makes the Chiefs more dangerous as well. Tyreek Hill, but Tyreek Hill is he's not Randy Moss. Like 6'4", running like you're gliding on, bro, the dude was gliding on a air skateboard like from Back to the Future. The dude would just be running down the field and you were always scared about that. And it's just really, really weird. Julio? Bro, he said it's borderline. Okay, why are you guys laughing about Jameis Winston? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't. Well, you can't put Culpepper in there. Like Culpepper to me, when Culpepper went to play for the Dolphins, either way, it doesn't really matter. Listen, Culpepper had a big arm, and he was the perfect QB to throw that ball deep to Moss because he just closed his eyes and threw it, which is why they were successful. If you talk about fundamentals, Culpepper wasn't that good of a quarterback. If you just go look at what he was doing, like that dude right there, low key, bro. And yo, you saw what happened to him when he went to the Dolphins. Everybody should be able to see it. It's really, really wild and savage. Bro, Crab Leg Winston. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, deep threats help with every offense. That's absolutely correct. That's Craig 2300 that's saying that. Listen, only homicide. I told you, bro, the guy did not steal crab legs. He was set up. Why would you steal crab legs and you're about to get drafted into the NFL and make millions? Like, you're not trying to, but crab legs is good though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna steal it though, but you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he did, like, cause it was that good. I don't know, but it is what it is. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Hold on. With the way everything is, 169 yards, 5 TDs, 0 interceptions, all that stuff. All right, you got 15 or 20. All right, the dude had 95 rushing yards. I don't know how bro. The Rams are a terrible team, bro. The Los Angeles Rams. I don't care what any of you guys say. That team sucks. You lose 45-6 at home. You let a quarterback run for 95 yards, throw 5 touchdowns on you, and then you want to tell me that, look, this is what I'm saying about you guys. Don't get it twisted, bro. Every loss does not make you a bum, but there are certain losses that you just can't, there's no excuse about it. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, dude, like, what is going on? You have got to be kidding me. Bro, the Rams are a terrible team. Yo, they went to the Super Bowl, and then them dudes is just garbage. And a lot of that has to do with Todd Gurley. Because he took up a lot of money, and the dude couldn't run up the block from his house. Like, the dude right now, I don't know, tendonitis, whatever. But again, the dude was able to lock up a lot of money. Hopefully for his situation, he's able to, if they decide to release him, I know a lot of that was guaranteed. Hopefully they, like how to be releasing people and not paying them. Hopefully that those guarantees stand firm to not, nothing to do with injury per se, because that's a very, very huge situation. If that were to be the case, that would be an issue. But for me, it's absolutely different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really, really, it's kind of interesting that people still think the Rams are a good team, and Jared Goff absolutely sucks. We gotta do Jared Goff. That dude, Jared Goff, bro, he better be giving money to charity every day he wakes up. Like, not because he wants to, but because he has to, because he got blessed uncontrollably. That dude is a piece of garbage. He sucks. Well, probably not a piece of garbage. Probably taking it too far. He just sucks. Probably a good man. You know what I'm saying? Probably a guy that goes out and does the right thing by his family and everything. But just watching him play makes me throw up all over the place. That guy sucks. You feel bad for Jalen Ramsey. He made me a fake Jags fan. Well, look, bro. Jalen Ramsey got exposed a lot with the Rams when he got traded there. Similar to Nnamdi when he got traded from the Raiders to the Eagles. Jalen Ramsey had some good games, but he had some games where he got routed. And when he was done getting routed, there was like a roadway on his butt cheeks. It is something to where you guys have to understand. It's very, very important that people grasp that Jared Goff is not going to be a good quarterback going forward. And the Rams are going to need another quarterback very, very soon. He got paid. You made the mistake. You got to see what you could get out of him. But if he has one more year like that, you have to move on. And it's pretty much that simple. You're going to have to move on. Because watching Jared Goff plays, watching the plays that he made and the plays that he didn't make, he's a terrible quarterback in the National Football League. Can he get better? It's possible. Does he suck? Yes. But we have to figure out where we go with that because I think the Rams got to make a decision with that. I'm just being honest about that. The 49ers, when they played this game, a lot of you guys didn't believe that he was ready to go. And then he went out there, 101 yards rushing on a defense that you guys said he couldn't run on. And, a touchdown and 105 yards, rather pedestrian. But again, he's a dual threat QB. So all of these things are expected. It's not like we were expecting him to go out there and throw for 400. You know what I'm saying? But I think that we're going to keep getting those consistent numbers from him going forward. And I think that we'll be all set when it's all said and done as far as what he adds to the team. Because, that's what it's all about. It's pretty much a situation where you have to go out there and you have to play a certain way and you have to be really good at the way that you play and not change it. And I think right now, with the balance that his offensive coordinator has given him, I think he's going to be fine. Buffalo, 24-17. This is a very, very interesting game because, again, Josh Allen is a complete... I don't know if the guy's been playing too much Madden. I don't know what he does. But the guy loves to jump in the air and throw the ball while he's falling backwards. And still with all of that, the Buffalo Bills were able to go ahead and keep the game, relatively close, 24-17, and go from there and see how it worked out. But again, look, bro, I got to get to Buffalo on another day. That team sucks. Baltimore, the New York Jets. McVay is a goon. Sean McVay? A goon, huh? So what kind of goon is he? Because if you a goon getting dominated, I don't know what kind of bro. The Colts suck, man. But when we're talking about the Jets right now, when you look at this score, it should have been a lot worse. He only had 5 touchdowns. He should have had 10. He had 86 rushing yards, no rushing touchdowns, but 212, 5 yards. Those numbers look very, very pedestrian. I'm talking about as far as the yards go. But he was throwing touchdowns, and he was very, very accurate inside the red zone, which we know a lot of quarterbacks just can't do. So as far as the New York Jets go, that's a very interesting thing right there, man. It's highly... Bro, the Jets are... Dog, I don't think they have it in the cards to be competitive for at least another couple years, but I think that franchise is doomed until they fire everybody, including the guy that cleans the stadium. Just fire everyone and start over. It's Goff's fault? Why is it Goff's fault? So Sean McVay is a goon, but he can't do anything with Goff? Bro, listen. Everybody does whatever they want to do to the Jets. That's not what it's about. It's like when you jump into Madden. Everybody does whatever they want to do to you. That's just because you suck at the game. No. The cleanup dude has to get fired as well. Yes, the cleanup dude. Because what happens is, you know what it is? When you're saying you're going to start over, you got to clear everything. You got to clear your whole... everybody has to go because that's where the Jets are right now. Jamal Adams is probably going to leave. I agree, but what I'm saying is The Jets are so bad right now. Adam Gase, you gonna blame Adam Gase for everything? Well, he looks kind of weird. The dude looks like an alien. I don't know. No offense to the aliens that are on other planets watching my stream right now. There's no offense to you guys, but the dude should not be looking like that during press conferences. That dude is either spaced out on something that's really, really bad, or he's really like incapacitated, and he should not be having anything to do with anything that's going on, especially not a general manager. But the Jets are a really, really bad team. Darnold is sus. Okay. No, the Jets moved. Okay. I don't know how we. What? New Jersey Jet. What are you guys talking about? No, the new. I don't know. Well, they could have him. I would love for them to move out of New York. That would actually be cool. You said how do they suck and they finished 7-9? If you understand math, you know that 7-9 is under 500. So it's not even all about that. It's just the fact that if you've watched them plays. I mean, if you watch the plays, if you watch them play, and you are blessed enough to have eyeballs, you would know, like the rest of us, that the Jets are a horrific team. You would just know it. Jamal Adams is a good one. I like Jamal Adams. But he's on a very, very bad team, which a lot of athletes are on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of players that played with really, really bad teams. LeBron James, his first years in Cleveland. It's people got to build stuff up. It just doesn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things that people have to understand and accept. The Jets are not going to get any better. All right? They're a horrific football team. They absolutely suck. And that's pretty much where we are with it. Cleveland. This was their second matchup. Obviously, earlier in the year, what they did was they got the win. They beat the Ravens. Although it seemed ridiculous, they were able to get it done, and it worked out for them. Then Lamar Jackson rushed for 103 yards and passed for 3 touchdowns and 238. And then took a bye week to give the bum RG3 some run. Who like RG3, like that dude right there, I don't even want to get into that guy. Hold up, what is this guy saying? Okay. Is he talking about Teddy Bridgewater? Why would I waste my time doing a Teddy Bridgewater summation? What, you guys don't realize that Teddy Bridgewater is he's a game manager? I don't think we need to go to the Tennessee game. It was absolutely disgusting, and he got a lot of those yards in garbage time. That was a real garbage time game, so I don't think we need to go into the playoffs and look at that and try to analyze what's going on with that, man. I just think that he's going to get better, and we got to just see what happens with that. Some of you guys are asking about Teddy Bridgewater, so let's see. There he is. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this guy. Let's figure it out, man. Yeah, no, but when I say it about 98% of the people, they are garbage, though. See, that's where it's not funny. Like, you guys are laughing about it, but there's nothing real funny about it, though. Like, I'm giving you straight facts that the dude's garbage, and you guys think it's funny. Is it really funny, though? Or are you guys just not taking it seriously? You see what I'm saying? You might think that I'm just saying it to say it. These dudes are not winning Super Bowls. Remember, everybody is not going to be able to win a Super Bowl, but I'm talking about the fact of having a player that is capable of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be capable of doing it. That's what I'm talking about. So let's take a look at Teddy, because he's in free agency, right? So Drew Brees gets injured. All right, we know everything that went on. The dude got injured. All right, Teddy Bridgewater steps in. He comes in against the Los Angeles Rams. He takes the L directly in his foul. Somebody goes, bends him over, puts the L directly in his back pocket, slaps him on the butt cheeks, and he's out of there. All right, goes to Seattle and wins. 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had 12 rushing yards. All right, cool. 177 though? All right. But he got it done. He was a game manager. Okay? Unbelievable. Okay. Now, Dallas, 12-10. 0 touchdowns. He had the same amount of touchdowns that I had at home in that game. 12-10, 193 yards. They pull it out. More of this was all about the New Orleans defense than anything else. Tampa Bay, is that Tampa Bay Buccaneers? 31-24. This was a game where you guys can make an argument that he was pretty good. You could say, all right, if I'm going to get this Teddy Bridgewater right here, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like if he be putting up Tom Brady stats. Well, yeah. Well, Tom Brady stats now because Tom Brady's total trash. But if you want to tell me that he's going to give me this kind of action, 76% completion, dog. But that's Tampa Bay defense though. You know what I'm saying? Tampa Bay defense, but at the same time, he went out there and he beat a team the way he was supposed to. You go to Jacksonville, 13-6. Okay? 240 yards, 1 TD, straight Tom Brady in it up. 200 yards, whatever. Chicago pulls out a huge victory. 281, 2 touchdowns. Okay? That's not bad. That's a really, really good win. That's a solid win right there. Can't knock anything with that. Misses the next 2 games. Carolina, 42-10. All right? 0 TDs. But offensive snap was 16%, so he didn't really play that much. So we can't really go by that. Are you guys willing to tell me that you would be willing to swap out your team's quarterback for this guy right here? For Teddy Bridgewater? Is that what you're saying? Because if that's what you're saying, then I can't argue with you because I can't see why that would be something that you would want to say or do. Because I'm showing you mediocrity. Okay, so Shader, what team are you with? Let's find out what team. Because if you're with the Bengals, okay, cool. But I'm not going to go ahead and replace it. Like, I would take Dak Prescott over Teddy Bridgewater. And neither one of them gonna win me a Super Bowl anyway. So why does it matter? Okay, Goff for Teddy, and we back in the. Okay, Tamir, I can see that he's better than Tyrod, but Tyrod showed he was garbage. But Goff is terrible. So you see, like right now, what you guys are doing, you're kind of like you're playing with the trash can status of the players, and then you're making it like you're trying to take the lesser of 2 evils. I'm telling you directly that the dude is garbage. Like I'm letting you know that Teddy Bridgewater is not going to win you a championship. And you guys are saying that you would be willing to forego all of that and put him on your team. So the Chargers have weapons, so we don't need a playmaker? What? What are you talking about? You want to hold on, wait. You want to get Goff over Teddy? Hold up. This is where I got to stop taking you guys seriously. When you start saying things like Matty Ice is greater than, and all, you see, that's where I got to look at you and say, all right, look, guys, Matt Ryan was up 28-3 in the Super Bowl, and he did everything in his power to take an L from Tom Brady instead of make history for Atlanta and the Falcons. And that man still has a job. I got news for you. Dan Quinn still has a job. I don't know how the hell this is going on, but if I'm the owner of that team, every single play, bro, down to the the garbage men that don't even work for me, that picked the garbage up from the stadium, I'm gonna call their bosses and have them fired too, because they were somebody that comes onto the stadium, comes onto the property. Like everybody should have been fired. Everybody should have been fired, and yet still, Dan Quinn and Matt Ryan has a job still. I can't explain it. I'm completely disgusted. Look, I have no idea how this is even possible. You know what I'm saying? He got more MVPs than Breeze. That's true. Dan Quinn low-key is okay. XZ, let me ask you a question, bro. If you own a team and your head coach goes up 28-3 in the Super Bowl, and your head coach with the offensive coordinator under his supervision cost you that game, are you still saying what you're saying right now? Low-key, he's okay? Because I just don't believe that. I don't believe that you would be saying it's okay. You would have rage sold him. He won't lose you games. Who? Bro, Dookie staying? Okay, hold on. Let me see something. Okay, so what you're saying is, okay, let me ask you a question. If you're the head coach and your offensive coordinator is calling passes when you're up 28-3, would you fire him right there during the Super Bowl, or would you wait? Because if you're telling me that it's the offensive coordinator's fault, the head coach's job is to oversee all of that. So where are you going with this? Teddy is better than Matt Ryan. Yeah, that's a fact. I'll take Teddy. Low key. I don't want Teddy at all. But if I had to take somebody, I would take Teddy over that guy. Absolutely. Yeah, Joe, appreciate you watching my YouTube channel, bro. Matt Ryan sucks. Pinolo, that's a fact. He'll just lose. What? Okay. Teddy, I don't know. Everyone sucks but Julio on the Falcons? All right. I'm glad that you said that. Let's go take a look at Matt Ryan. And then we'll pretty much finish off the stream with Matt Ryan. Because, you know, this guy... You know this guy? Like, bro, you know this guy that know this guy that know this guy that know this guy's cousin. Like, this dude right here, I'm amazed, man. Because this guy, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, oh my goodness. Where's his, Bro, what's going on? Why hasn't it shown me? Oh, it just didn't load? Alright, there it goes. Alright, so 2019. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll take a look at what this guy's doing. Because he's smiling way too heavily. And I wouldn't be smiling if I was him. If I lost when I was up 28-3, I would never smile in the photo again. And I would make sure I removed every single one that anybody had for me. And that'll be it. Alright, so we know he didn't go to the playoffs. So that goes without saying. Now, the thing about Matt Ryan that's very, very interesting is that he's blind in one eye and can't see out the other. So we can't say he's fully blind. It's just like that's the diagnosis. He's blind in one eye and can't see out the other. So you're going to see a lot of 300-yard things going on. You're going to also see, you know, pretty much he'll have decent completion percentages. But then you'll see a lot of losses. Now, you can equate the losses with the defense because in some cases the defense were getting dominated like they were in a prison cell and they were like the new fish. You know what I'm saying? So everybody knows what happens to the new fish. Like, bro, he's not in water. When I say fish, I don't mean in the water, dog. Like, bro, you the new fish in the prison cell. So their defense wasn't really that good, so they were getting dominated. And I know it looks like Matt Ryan on the surface was doing pretty well. You know, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But those interceptions that he throws are some of the worst. And he does it in a situation where you have no business doing it. Like, it really just doesn't make any sense with what he's doing. And it's very, very interesting that even with the talent, he has immense talent on the offensive side of the ball. We don't need to talk about Julio Jones. Everybody knows Julio. Like, Julio is the kind of guy that will really, really go out there and just dominate. You know what I'm saying? Like, Julio is a dominator. So you got a dog, and then you got other receivers that are pretty good. You got a pretty good tight end. You got a good running back, and you still find ways to lose games. So the 71%, completion percentage, that's all good. First game, Minnesota, you can kind of say, all right, first game of the season, let's see what happens. You play Philly, right? Philly has no secondary. Even if you're an Eagle fan, you know they have no secondary. But guess what happens, though? Matt Ryan found a way to throw 3 picks. And despite that, they still won. So when you guys start telling, oh, bro, Matt Ryan, bro. Yo, Matt Ryan. This dude played a team with no secondary and threw 3 interceptions. That's all I'm saying. You just take it with what you want. Take it how you want it. That's pretty much what it is. Let's continue to go through with this, though. Hold on. I don't know what just happened. Why did it just go do that? All right, so now, Indianapolis. I don't know if you think Jacoby Brissett is a good quarterback. I don't know what you guys think about it. Whatever. It's your opinion. I think the Colts personally suck. You said Julio's top 5 all time. That's very interesting, man. Top 5 all time. I don't know. It could be. Who top 5? No, he can't be top 5. It's too many. You got Randy Moss. You got Jerry Rice. You got T.O. obviously. You got Michael Irvin. There's a lot of other dominant receivers that I would probably take. You know, I would take Calvin before I took Julio. To be honest, like, I don't think he's top 5 all time. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, maybe top 10. I agree with Duncan Wilson. Maybe top 10, but I would take Calvin Johnson before I took Julio. But that's my preference though, and based on what I know I'm gonna get out of Calvin, as far as run blocking and doing what he does. But then again, Calvin Johnson was on an 0-16 team. Look, bro, it is what it is. All right, so in this loss, he had 304 yards, 3 TDs, 1 interception, 121 QB rating, 85% completion. Can't really blame him for that game. But he did make some really, really critical errors in key parts. All right, just to be on the same page. Tennessee. All right, he had 397 yards, nothing to show for it. Nothing at all to show for it. Played Houston, and Deshaun Watson ripped his pants off and went to town. Okay? Played the Arizona Cardinals, bro. A team that has a 67-year-old wide receiver in Larry Fitzgerald. And took the fattest L ever. And it's by a point though, but you still lost. Los Angeles Rams, 37-10. All right, a L in your file to the Los Angeles Rams. In his defense, Aaron Donald and them boys were coming back there like they were invited every snap. In his defense, it was pure dominance. It was nothing that he could do about it. His O-line didn't want to block anyone. And it was pretty much a situation where it was like, you know what? This is what we're going to allow to happen. My butt cheeks is your butt cheeks. What do you want to do? Okay. Who gets recognition? Okay, Larry Legend. All right. I don't know what you guys even talking about. But he lost to the Los Angeles Rams, which is a no-no. And look at his numbers. New Orleans. They beat New Orleans, which was really, really wild because nobody was expecting this. And if you bet money on this game, you probably had an issue because everybody thought that Matt Ryan would just be the regular Matt Ryan. And he was, kind of 182, 2 TDs, 1 interception. But at the same time, I don't really know, man. I don't know. I have to say that Matt Ryan could have played better this game, but I don't know if I could fully blame because I remember how the game was going. And defensively, ATL wasn't really that good this year. So I can't really... you know what I'm saying? Like, the defense was just... They were just giving up plays, man. Okay, Migos. Our defense showed up for that one game. Breeze ain't know what to do. I agree. So, despite him having 182 and 2 touchdowns, the defense, like I said, they haven't really played that well throughout the whole year, but they came out and they went crazy in this game. They went crazy at Carolina, too. But we knew that wasn't them. And I don't know what got into them to make them play so well, but that's pretty much what happened. They really, really went off and just did whatever they wanted. There was nothing they could do. But overall, they were a really bad defense for the year. So they jump into Carolina and beat the hell. Bro, they just straight destroyed the Panthers, bro. It was wild. But then you go here and you lose to Tampa Bay. And then nobody wants to say anything. Like, Migos all of a sudden becomes a mute. And he's like, yo, bro, like, shut up, dog. Your team sucks. Like, you guys got to start understanding what's going on. Migos low-key, bro, running around in the ATL, he doesn't understand. Like, this team is really, really bad. But, again, they took the L to, Jameis Winston went off, did whatever he wanted to do. Then this was the game that was very, very interesting because 2 weeks previous, they took care of it. Same defense, same team, all that good stuff. They lose. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. You know what I'm saying, bro? This dude right here, man, high completion percentage, though, 70%, including the interception. Like, the dude will throw it to the other team and be 100% complete with that pass. Carolina, they just weren't that good this year. That's why, CMC gets a lot of credit because everybody knew the Panthers sucked. I don't know where Cam is going next year, but I really don't care. I think that most of you guys that have been watching my podcast for a while, on YouTube, you guys would know, I believe that once Cam Newton made the business decision to not jump into the pile, that everything has been completely different from that point on. I think that he really destroyed all the love of a lot of the fans in that fan base. I understand you have to do what's in the best interest for yourself and your family. That's a Super Bowl. and you could jump in to even act like you want to do it. I think at that point, he may have lost the locker room. So, just speaking of Cam Newton, because some of you guys were asking about that, I don't think he can ever come back from that situation. Bro, did his mom's? Cam is going to the Mighty Ducks. Well, nobody will miss him, so hopefully he has fun there. So that's pretty much what it is. The 49ers, all right? I don't know how this happened. It's one of those freak things like Migos winning a Madden game. It's like, how did this happen? And I really, really think that this loss heavily affected the way that the 49ers played going forward. Even though the 49ers were good, they went to the Super Bowl, whatever. This loss scarred them. I really believe that this loss right here scarred them. I don't see or understand why this happened. Matty Ice threw for 210, 2 TDs, 0 intercept, whatever. I don't even care about all that. How did that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how even Hurricane, he just came out of nowhere like, bruh, he don't got nothing to say about it. I do not understand how this happened. I really just don't. And I don't give Matt Ryan any credit for it, even though he threw for 2 touchdowns. Like, I just don't think he had it. Like, bruh, like, this dude is garbage. I don't give him any credit for it. We go down to Jacksonville. Obviously, Jacksonville sucks. He goes out, he has 1 TD, 2 interceptions. I don't, like, bruh, this guy infuriates me because this is the same MVP that went out and was up 20-3 and got dominated. He's thrown for all of these yards, right? Winning the game, that's all good and well. But at the same time, like, what are you doing right now? What are we, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we really, really doing right now? This is unbelievably ridiculous. But they won. My man is throwing 2 picks, chilling, whatever. And you got, Matt Ryan, that dude is garbage. Then we finish it off, Tampa Bay, they win. So realistically speaking, when you look at his numbers, he had 26 touchdowns and 14 interceptions on the season. This is not an elite quarterback. Okay? It's a guy that has some really, really good talent. And again, I think a lot of it still plagues him with the fact that he lost that Super Bowl. Like, there's certain things in sports that you really can't come back from, but certain players are strong enough to overcome some things. But this guy right here, man, I don't know how you overcome being up 20-3 and then losing to Tom Brady. I don't know. He threw the ball over 600 times. So what's wrong with that? Why are you guys mad at that? You would take, okay, who's saying that? Okay, C-Moss would take Jameis over Matt Ryan. Jameis over Matt Ryan. Jameis Winston over Matt Ryan? All right, I thought we were going to end with Matt Ryan, but Jameis might be that deal. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? That's an interesting thing. That's very, very interesting. Jameis Winston. I know he throws a lot of picks, but you guys got to give him credit though. He sucks at the game of football. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give him credit for that at least. But let's take a look at it because he's smiling too, like something's funny. But we all know nothing's funny about this because the man, like I told you, his diagnosis. I know they said he got his eyes checked or whatever, and the doctor said, "Look, you're blind in one eye, and you can't see out the other." I know that's pretty much what the sentiment was. We just don't know exactly what went on after that. So let's take a look at this. They also went 7-9. The crab legs effect. I told you guys, crab legs is low-key good. San Francisco 49ers. 1 TD, 3 interceptions. 55% completion. You guys are saying that, this guy, you would pretty much take him over Matt Ryan. So let's just take a look at what's going on. All right? 55% completion, 194, 1 TD, 3 interceptions. That's a lot of interceptions, but don't worry about it. The 49ers started off pretty well, so everybody was really, really excited. And, they got dominated. Carolina, they beat them. He has 1 touchdown, 208, rather pedestrian. New York Giants. Now, we've spoken about the Giants at length throughout this podcast. Shout out to all of you guys that came to join me today. Shout out to all you guys that subbed. Really appreciate the support. We spoke about the New York Giants. The New York Giants is arguably one of the worst teams to ever play in the National Football League. They suck. And they were able to take care of this. Okay, so when you look at this from that aspect, they lost to the Giants that we've been making fun of this entire podcast. Okay? Next one. Rams. 385 yards, 4 TDs, 1 interception. I'll take that into any day with these kind of numbers. Migos is correct. They beat the blood. Yo, bro, the Rams suck. But that's crazy. If you could give me that Jameis Winston, I don't even want him every week. I just don't want him to throw a lot of picks and be an idiot on the other weeks. And he would be a really, really good quarterback. Okay, like really, really good. We go ahead, we go to New Orleans, we take an L on our file right quick. But he has 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Okay, did he have any fumbles lost? He had 1 fumble. Okay, and that's pretty much it. 55%, they took an L. Carolina, they took another L. He had 1 TD and 5 interceptions. Okay, now, you can look at this however you want. But I don't know how many people we've seen throw 5 interceptions in one game other than Nathan Peterman. So 400 yards and 5 interceptions, probably not looking too good. But again, that's what he does. He's a high volume thrower. So that's going to happen. Do we go ahead and take the leash off of him and let him do whatever he wants? It's possible you could do that, but at the end of the day, is it something that I would recommend? The answer is no. I would not. I would not think that this is okay to do, to throw 5 picks and for somebody to tell me, oh yeah, bro, I'll take him over Matt Ryan. Now look, don't get me wrong. They're both trash compactors. But I don't want somebody throwing 5 picks. I just don't want it. Tennessee was a tough game, and they almost won this. I remember this. 2-2, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Seattle, another L. But this one he played pretty decent in, if I remember correctly. 2-0. Arizona, he got the win. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. New Orleans, he's back at it. 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And if you guys remember this game, I'm going to tell you this right now. Do you guys remember this? This game right here in particular, when he did this, he would throw the ball right to the defender. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen. He would throw the ball right to the defender. This is the Jameis Winston that everybody is scared of. This is the Jameis Winston that nobody wants. It's very, very wild. It's very, very ridiculous. But this is what I'm talking about. This is why I have major issues with every single thing when people start telling me, oh, yeah, but, he could do that. Look, I have no doubt in my mind that if we let him throw the ball 1,000,000 times, that he's going to probably throw a decent amount of touchdowns. But he's going to also throw a lot of picks. He's going to also do that. And that's the problem. You can't have a guy out there throwing the ball to the other team every play. He found the wide open defenders every snap. Yo, bro, Migos, good joke, you piece of... Listen, Matt Ryan is your team's quarterback. So I don't know why you're laughing about everything and thinking it's okay. Like, your quarterback is also trash. Atlanta, 35-22. Speaking of your team, taking an L directly in their file. 313 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Okay, Jacksonville, 28-11. Another win, 0-0. So pretty much Jameis Winston went out there and did exactly what we were doing. Nothing. Indianapolis. We all know Colts. You guys remember this game? He threw a pick 6 to Darius Leonard. Who remembers this game? Because Darius Leonard was sitting right in the middle, like, yo, I'm open. And he just threw it right to him. Jameis Winston is the kind of guy, bro, like, look, I don't even want to deal with it. I don't even want to, like, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even want to deal with him, bro. When I saw that pick 6, I was like, you know what? This guy, something's going on with him. But they still won the game. Colts, you remember it? Well, of course you do. You're a Colts fan. But again, it's those type of plays that really, really heavily affect how I feel about Jameis Winston. It's so ridiculous that he was doing that. Like, I don't even know what the... Bro, I'm like, are you serious? Like, he really did that? And he did. Like, that's realistically what this man did. Like, he went out there and did that. Then you go to Detroit, 458, put in work. And for all of you guys that were doing fantasy football and you had Jameis Winston, you probably upset a team that had a better team than yours because he decided to go ape on Detroit. And I remember this because one of my friends was in a battle and he went crazy and it was wild. Houston, they got an L, but this idiot threw for 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions again. This guy is making it seem like it's okay to throw for 4 interceptions. It's not. This is not something that you want to do at any time, but he keeps doing it. Very, very difficult to deal with. And then we finally close out the season with Migos' team, 22-28. All right? 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. My man is a 30 for 30 king. 33 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. I don't know if that's ever been done by like a valid starting QB in the history of the NFL, but he made that happen. And I don't really know what to feel about it. To be completely honest, I've never seen it. Like, I don't really know what to do. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, this man really threw for 30 interceptions and he's being paid. And the Bucs have not released a statement about releasing him from the team. And I don't know how that's even possible. It's very, very difficult for me to understand why this man would be able to do something like this. It's very, very difficult. I truly just don't get why, this situation is occurring the way that it is. But at the end of the day, all I can tell you is this. Regardless of whatever happens, Jameis Winston is a very, very high volume thrower of interceptions. I don't see how he's going to change. But when he's on, though. That's what's so scary about it. Like that's what I don't really understand. So when you... Okay, Broadway Joe also threw interceptions, but I don't believe he threw 30 in the season. 30 interceptions in the season is a lot of interceptions. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was going to say. Only homicide. Like, most people, like Brady, like fall on the ground and cover your head up. Or do you know what I'm saying? Like, take the sack. Don't go out there and do that, because if you do stuff like that, you're just telling your team you don't care about them, bro. That's all you're really doing. Like, it's not like you're doing something to where it's like, okay, you know what? I care about my team. My man threw 30 interceptions in one season. That is completely ridiculous. Like, people have to understand how serious that is. That's not something that, we would... It's just ridiculous. It's no way. So we could make fun of Matt Ryan and all these other guys, but overall, would you really want this guy? Like, would you really want this guy on your team? This is a very, very delicate situation, and I know Buck fans are like, yo, why are you being so harsh? But I'm just being honest about it. We could actually, like I said, we're going to be doing this Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We could actually go through your favorite player, and you can actually get the proper insight into it the way it's supposed to be, and you can see what I'm saying. These numbers and the things that he's done is absolutely, it's ridiculous, and it's unacceptable. So whether you guys want to deal with it or not, that's up to you. But I would never pick Jameis Winston as my starting QB for no reason at all. I really just don't think that going forward, I don't know if he stays in the league another year if he does this again. I don't think he'll probably get a backup role maybe and see what happens. But, in my opinion, I just don't think that it's something that would be smart for any team to actually look into doing, because he just does things that are completely and utterly ridiculous. And I don't really understand exactly, how we can actually move forward with it. But if we looking at his numbers, I really just don't see it. I would probably take Matt Ryan over him. Looking at these numbers, I think I would probably have to go Matt Ryan. Hold up. So let me see. Hold up. What is this guy saying? 27 or more in 3 seasons. Yeah, like that's a lot. Okay, Brett Favre. We could actually do Brett Favre's season, but I don't think that they were in the 30s. I know that weren't they like in like the low 20s? Did they ever reach 30? 30 is so much. 1967, 26 TDs, 28 interceptions. But John, did he get to 30 though? Who got to 30? You want to do Devontae Adams tomorrow? Okay, so you know what it is. We'll be on Devontae Adams tomorrow. We'll do that. What you guys can do is you guys can tweet me at GmiasWorld and let me know exactly the format that you want to go through for the players that you want to kind of dissect, and then we'll pretty much be able to do that so that we can analyze. Because Devontae Adams, I think he had a pretty decent season. Actually, I'm pretty sure that he did. In all honesty, but we could definitely go over it. But I think that he's somebody that we could actually really, really dive into and figure out what's going on. But I think he might. Okay, that was in 14 games that he did that. But yo, Cooper, what's good? Yo, Cooper, you just coming in at the end of the stream talking about what's good? Like, bro, we've been here for 3 hours, bro, grinding. You feel me? Like, dog, you can't come in late. Like, yo, what's good? Like, bro, what's Gucci with you though? I see that gold globe though. Like, low key, you a goonie. Bro, the dude is coming in at the end of the stream. A 3-hour stream. Cooper's just pulling up. Like, yo, what happened? Bro, the dude missed the draft, though. Bro, the dude hid from the draft. I was like, yo, what's up? Well, I don't know. Jay Cutler was also trash. We could look at those guys, too. And we'll figure all that stuff out. But like I said, overall, I want to thank you guys for coming out and spending this time with me. You guys have really been making it very, very huge. Shout out to Twitch for allowing me to be a part of this with what they're doing, starting off with the sports and fitness. Right now, we're going to take a look at who else is available because we have to actually see what's going on with that. So let me go ahead and check that really quick. Okay, what is this? We could go ahead and check out who else is doing whatever they're doing, and then let me do this. Hold on, categories right there. We'll figure this out, and we could go over here. We could host Will Motts and see how they're doing. All right, so we'll do that. We're gonna go raid Will Motts. Is that what it said? I think that's what it was. And go check that out. Hold up, raid Will Motts. Okay, so I think that's what it is. I'm gonna see you guys soon. Migos, appreciate you holding down all the stuff with the titles and all that good stuff. Definitely appreciated. You guys do your thing. Hold up, what is that? Wait a minute. What do you mean the rated channel was offline? Is he really offline? Hold on, I think I just rated the wrong one. Hold on,